I guess I'll start stream manually. Fine. Stream Deck has decided to not be able to talk to OBS again. Why? Why does it do that? Which software is at fault even? I don't know. It just decides to do that. Apparently more and more frequently these days. It'll work for like 3 streams and then it stops again. And then all of a sudden it'll randomly work again. What is... like what... What do I do differently? Does it matter like which order I start the programs in? It makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Hold on. Add stream pings, Silksong, day 16, blah blah blah. It's not the 16th day after release, but it is the 16th day that I am playing Silksong on. Stream pings, get the ping out. We're playing the Silksong video game. Alright, open stream manager also. I figured I might as well hit start stream while I'm still opening up all the browser tabs and everything. Well, just the one browser tab actually. Alright, well, hello, welcome back. I'm playing Silksong. Everything should be fine. Do we do an audio test? Well, not much of an audio test. Do I check that I am audible on stream? Yep, that's me, shush. I have fiddled with my mic settings again. They're probably no better than they were before. But some fiddling has taken place. Yeah, I guess let's just hop into things. Now, one thing that I wanted to say... Oh, no, I forgot to do a setup. Oh, no. I was gonna show an image on screen, but I guess I'll just have to talk about the image. Whatever. So I've been reading more Silksong discussions. I've just reading what people have been saying, and I've seen now people talk about that whole root quest that happened to me. You know, where Hornet gets like where that creepy root Cthulhu person sticks like a root in Hornet, and then we have to run around and find that disgraced doctor, and they'll get the root out of us. And well, people have been saying that storyline is an allegory for abortion, which I thought was very interesting, and I think it makes sense. But also, it makes me feel very stupid that I didn't realize that myself, and that's the image that I wanted to share. There's like a meme image of like this sort of like cave troll looking person, or like an ogre looking person who's like trying to read books. It says like, I can only identify Grog can only identify the surface level themes and can't see the meaning or the deeper meaning. And I'm like, I feel like that guy. How did I not realize that from that? And I saw some people say that like, immediately as soon as they saw that rosaries, this sort of like religious item, were currency in this game, that they also like immediately read into some themes from that. And I don't know. I think I just suck at being able to identify that sort of thing in stories, especially when I'm like running around a game and trying to understand what's even happening in the world at all. But I think just in general, I'm not good at that sort of thing. So I guess it's good that I saw those interpretations. But yeah, I figured I should at least mention it. I would like that at some point in these recordings, these thoughts at least vaguely come up, even if I might not be able to offer the most insightful analysis on it. Are we really at 54 hours only? Well, I guess it's almost 55. Hold on, let me just double check last time's recording. This is today's recording. Let's not double check that. That has not finished yet because we're currently playing it. Whoops, that's me. Yeah, 54, 57. Well, assuming that the last stream VOD doesn't lie, which I don't see why it should. I would say that me and my stream VODs are in pretty good terms, except for the fact that I have neglected to upload everything except for Silksong for like the past 3 years. It's fine. So, we are in Belheart currently. I don't remember if I said if I set any specific plans for today. Other than the fact, of course, that we got summoned to Songclave by the caretaker of Songclave. And I honestly can't think of anything better to do. That's why I said that, like, I don't remember if I promised something else, but that is where I intend to go right now. What is that? Grand Bellway. I like how it has a symbol on the map next to it. None of the other locations have it, but the Grand Bellway, that's separately marked as the sort of place with the towers. I guess it's just the citadel, a symbol signifying the citadel. The Grand Bellway is like separately marked out on the map there. So, last time I finally realized that we could just use the Ventrica to get over to the town faster. I was just about to start complaining, but I think I was already in the first stages of complaining, like, ah man, it would be cool. It sure would be nice if the Bellway were closer to the city, but you know what? Actually it is. Or Songclave, it's not quite a city. This little settlement camp thing that we have here. Alright, caretaker. What have you got to tell me? Hold on, I must speak to Sherma first of all. Nope, Sherma says the same thing. Are you calling out to me? Oi! I think you are. I actually wanted to mention that last time. It might have even been caretaker. Or it might have been some other character who I saw that they were like waving for me to come talk to them, which is I think is very neat, because in most other games you might just have like a yellow exclamation mark above them, but no, this person is like actually waving to you and calling out to you. I think that's a very neat detail. Caretaker. It's feeling almost time, eh, Bellringer? You and her who waits up there? That fated meeting won't hold forever. Ready to make your play to oust one ruler and claim her place? This is very interesting, because you are actually talking to me about like main story stuff. Of course, we have already gotten an ending with where we fought the quote-unquote final boss. I'm assuming there's like a secret special one other than that one. But we fought a final boss and we reached credits. But of course, that's not in this timeline. So Caretaker wouldn't know about that. And in any case, I was really hoping, and I'm still hoping that, and this dialogue gives me courage in hoping that, that this would be what leads us into Act 3. I'm still, like, quite convinced that there is an Act 3. I've seen it mentioned several times. I haven't read further into any of that. It's just that I've seen people say the words Act 3, or I guess 3 is just a number there. Whatever. But yes, Act 3 has been mentioned. I've seen that so many times. Different people saying like Act 3, and then I quickly scroll away so I don't see the rest of the message. So it's just like there must be an Act 3. And also yesterday I finally listened to some of the Silksong soundtrack, which I bought when the game came out. I just listened to some tracks from it, and well, you can see some track names towards the end. That's kind of why I hadn't listened to that soundtrack before, because I was afraid there would be spoilers in the track names, and I haven't really looked closely at the ending track names. And I don't quite remember what they said, but I just I remember glimpsing like some track names towards the end, like that have a higher number, and I just remember that they didn't look familiar at all. Like, of course, earlier on we have like Last Judge, and we have Bellheart, and we have Bone Bottom, and we have Coral Chambers, and that's all wonderful. But then closer to the end, there are tracks that have quite unfamiliar names. So I feel like that, and there was like a decent chunk of them, so I feel like that gives even more credence to the idea that there will be an Act 3 anyway. Caretaker, will you give me words of guidance how we might reach such a thing? I'll not deny some part of me desires that outcome. Dominance, it seems, is baked deep in my blood, as too, no doubt, for the one up top. Yes, and this is what happened, essentially, in the base ending that we got. Or, well, in the one ending that we managed to get. Where Hornet kind of supplanted Grandmother Silk. Got sort of, like, taken over or embraced the haunting, question mark? And started ruling over the place. It seems. That was my impression of the ending cutscene anyway. And yet, another part resists. A part, over time, I find myself siding with more. That part wishes not to claim a monarch's mantle, rather it would seem my freedom regained, and this kingdom's bugs unshackled from their pale chains. Pale, I think this is... Is that just a coincidence? Like, the word pale has a lot of significance in the Hollow Knight universe, or at least it did in Hellhonest. And I imagine pale beings are special beings in Farloom as well. I don't know if we've seen any. Like, did Grandmother Silk count as a pale being? I'm not quite certain. But my point is... the pale shackles, is that what Hornet said? I guess they are currently being... Assuming that Grandmother Silk is a pale being, then yeah, they are currently, like, in the shackles of a pale being. Remarkable idea you're speaking there, Bellringer. A world cut free. Not a wish I've had much cause to hope on, serious like. But I ain't so surprised to hear you speak it. For all your helping, I've been seeing it clearer. You've still got the monarch in you all right, and the glare of a weaver, but the ambition, that's wild different from both. If you have already guessed to my desire, sir, and share some part of it, would you offer me aid in the conflict to come? Aye, maybe yes. I can barely bear to tell it, but there's an idea, one rare disgust, for fear of her up there sensing the score. Okay. You have conceived a method, I take it, a way to see a monarch removed, and me left free from claiming her station? We have, me and what remains of my family. It's a trap of a sort, beyond the skills of this citadel, one to go further than just her binding. Me and what remains of my family. I do wonder if there will be a revelation of who the caretaker is, because I believe currently they are like quite covered up, right? Like we can't see their face. I'm pretty sure their face isn't just darkness with two pale dots for eyes. I wonder if there will be a revelation of who caretaker is, or at least who, like, what the family is then? I'm not sure. Like, why is the caretaker so knowledgeable? Talking about a trap, you'd be the first hunter to set it if you're dare enough to try. If you're dare enough to try. Okay. Why is... Hello? Controller's not doing anything. Excuse me? Sure, hello? I can try clicking some other buttons. Z does something. Grant me your aid, sir. Why did the wish get updated just now, at like when we transitioned here? Grant me your aid, sir. If your trap provides a path to freedom, both for myself and your land's bugs, I may indeed choose to trigger it. What work do you require of me now to see your service made? It's my family's strength you'll be seeking, Bellringer. Us 3 old bugs still alive, spread across this kingdom, and 1 poor cousin dead and drained in swamps choked rotten. I want to write this down. Please let me, without accidentally skipping things. I'm not touching my controller currently, so there shouldn't be accidental trigger presses that cause dialogue advancement. Very, very quickly we shall write this down. Is this lore or is this notes? Could be both. Okay, caretaker. Regarding removing the queen. It's my family's strength you'll need be seeking. Bellringer. Us 3 old bugs still alive. Spread across this kingdom. And 1 poor cousin dead and drained in swamps choked rotten. Okay, now do we know what bugs you're speaking of? Does this ring a bell? Does this ring a bell at all? 3 bugs are still alive and 1 is dead and drained in swamps choked rotten. I mean, swamps choked rotten, that sounds like bile water? Or is it really swampy? Maybe it's shellwood instead. I just wouldn't call shellwood very rotten, you know? My family's strength. I imagine they would look similar to you. Although, as I said just now, you seem to be sort of hiding behind a shawl or a cowl. So we might not actually know what you look like at all. Surely you're not related to the great chef Lugoli, right? We did just fight a phantom last time as we passed through the mist. It was like an organ, some sort of organ chamber, organ exhaust chamber. You're not related to them, are you? Perhaps not. Of course, you do look similar to Lace, to an extent at least. Lace also has this like bulbous head, large curved head, and is overall white. I just don't, because like with you are clearly wearing a cloak, right? Like that's the white part of your head. But with Lace, is that the case with Lace? I'm not sure. I was kind of under the impression that Lace kind of just looked like that innately. I would like to see, I should see an image of Lace again to be sure. Actually, we can check the Hunter's Journal. Let's carry on. Controller's still not doing anything. Why? Uncertain. We'll carry on. Hold on. Does the left trigger also not do anything? No, okay. I think it's just not receiving controller input anymore for some reason. We'll figure that out after this dialogue. Each has power. Raw, savage stuff. For you, they'll give it. If for their fascination at the act. If for their fascination at the act, or the thrill of defiance, or because they have no choice at all. For the last part, I'll also be needing that rune setter you're carrying. Rune setter. Clever old weaver tool, that thing, and the perfect base on which to stretch our power. Needle in? Is that what you're talking about? Once you've collected for yourself the other critical parts, I'll ask you to pass it over as well. Okay, this must be... I mean, this is obviously what allows us to actually progress in the story. What? Like, I guess I'll replug my controller. Okay, that's done it. Anything else to say? If you're wanting that trap made, you'd best get to collecting. I'll point you towards what's needed, best as I can. Down in the Mosslands, still clinging to her failed chapel, my sister will part with her power if asked kind enough. Right, isn't that like the first person we saw? When Hornet like passed out, approaching Bone Bottom. Chapel Maid, I think they were called. They like poked Hornet with a stick or a staff. Got it. Okay. And you're giving me one hint in one direction currently. Not to all 3. That's fine. We can go in order. That keeps things simple without me having to choose where to start. I take no issue whatsoever with that. I should stop adjusting my microphone. It's probably fine. I'm probably just making it worse. So that's very exciting. This actually tells us where to go. Still no Act 3 pop-up though. Yes, I also wonder what triggered this. What triggered you talking to me? Like, had I just done enough side quests? Enough side quests in a specific area? Like, did I have to do enough side quests specifically in Songclave to get, like, Jubilana rescued twice and rescue Sherma and all that? And then I had to leave? Or, because of course, the moment when we found this, we had just been doing some quests in Bellheart. Maybe that's what I needed to have done. Maybe it's just a certain amount of quests. Maybe it's certain specific quests that had to be completed over the whole world. I'm not sure. In any case, we have triggered the caretaker of Songclave to give us some instruction for how we might get a different ending, a better outcome perhaps. Alright, Flowey. Well, I guess we'll head down to the Mosslands then, and we'll go try to speak to the chapel mate. Hold on, this is actually not the fastest way there at all. We need to go back to the Ventric and use that to travel somewhere. Well, this is exciting. This is exactly what I was hoping would reveal itself as we start today. Because if the Caretaker's quest hadn't pointed me towards a new ending, I really would have had absolutely no clue how to make any progress towards one. But it seems like this might be like how you have to approach it. Like, I don't know if you can even start working on that ending, assuming that this is leading to an ending, but it seems to be. I don't know if you could even start working on it without talking to a Caretaker first. I don't know, maybe you could. Because I haven't exactly gone and had a chat with the chapel mate ever since, well, the start of the game, really. Where can we even find them? Oh, I like the way that bench creaks. I don't know that I've ever heard it. Also, update. I think Bone Bottom's track is my favorite part of the soundtrack at this point. I really like Coral Chambers. I think that's my second favorite. But at this point, I believe Bone Bottom has surpassed it. I really like the way it sounds. I think we've interrupted it, so it's going to start again if I run to the right. It won't continue from the point we left off. Oh, and also, a Let's Play that I was watching. They pointed out something, or, well, they realized something and felt silly for not realizing it earlier, but turns out I hadn't realized it at all. Is that the bugs, like the things that we see in the background here, these are the bugs that, like, were carrying Cornet's rune cage at the beginning. Like, that's what these white things with an orange symbol on them are. And that does appear to be correct. Very interesting. Oh, and in the foreground too. Yeah, because I had seen these here before, but I hadn't really given much thought as to what they were. I just thought they were like weird eggs or something. But no, they are the bugs who had captured Hornet at the beginning. So where can we go find the chapel maid? Here you are. Madam, I return seeking power to aid the construction of a trap at request of your sibling residing atop the citadel. Aye, Hunter. So you managed to rouse the old fool. I've known it coming, felt it, and glad I am. Rest of my family spent far too long huddled and glum, or dead. Not me. I'd always been thinking it a waste to just take what's coming when her up top wakes. Better to fight for freedom or go out in a blaze, oh-ho. Hold on, wakes. Right, yeah, we've had different things saying that, like, apparently so far Grandmother Silk had been sleeping. And they were kind of awakening from a slumber. And the current, like... But the haunting had been going on, like, during the sleep period, right? Like, when did the haunting begin? And when did Grandmother Silk begin the slumber, is I guess my question. Had the haunting already been going on and then they fell asleep? And now they're waking up again? Like, or is it that because they started waking up, that's when, like, the haunting started taking over Farloom again, and it just wasn't here temporarily at some point before? That sounds unlikely. But in that case, what is exactly the issue with the awakening? Maybe the haunting would just get stronger with it? I'm not sure. And is it our presence here that's waking them up? What did I just get? Maiden Soul? Wayfarer, Silken Soul. Acquire the necessary components to build a powerful trap. Oh, and apparently I already have several components to it. Yeah, I actually recognize that Jar of Souls and things. Never mind, so apparently you can get started with work on this without talking to the caretaker of Songclave. Interesting. And that one on the right, I think we got that somewhat recently. Snare Setter. Isn't that like a tool we bought from a shop? Let's see. So we got Maiden Soul, Vial Gifted. Come on. Actually, look at it. Vial gifted by the chapel maid, filled full with swirling soul. Yes, another mention of like actual soul, like we had in Hollow Knight. This white goopy material. Maiden Soul, and this is what we had before. Seeker's Soul. Cracked shell containing soul drawn from a long deceased bug. I don't remember at all where we got this, and now I kind of wish I did, because it's obviously an item of great significance. So we have 2 souls, I imagine we'll need a third, and we also have a Snare Setter, which I guess is just, yeah, that is just a regular tool. Trap setting tool of the Weavers. Lays a silk rune that ignites when foes come into contact. Uses shell canisters and the wielder's own silk. Well, if this is going to be so important, perhaps I should try using it. I'm pretty sure we got this very recently, though. It's not a surprise it's you rallying us to action, Hunter. You had the sense about you, a bug bringing change and all. Of course, you're more than just a bug, ain't you? More than Weaver. Guess that it takes someone like you for my family to dare hope at success. Go and prove our trust now, won't you? We've spent our lifetimes wishing for another path. With a bit of luck, you might grant it. Yeah, speaking of lifetimes, I wonder how long your species' lifetime is, because Hornet clearly has a very long lifespan compared to common bugs. And I wonder how long yours is. And I guess I also wonder, how long has Farloom been like this? So far, it seems to me that Farloom has been like this way longer than Hallownest has been infected at this point. But how much longer? I don't know. And have you specifically been around, like you and the caretaker, have you specifically been around to witness the start of it? Were you here when Farloom wasn't haunted? I don't know. And yeah, I guess there's no point in just asking these questions, because it's not like I'm gonna figure out an answer right now. If ever, hide and wait, only a simple bug. Hide and watch. Oh, soulful ones. So many souls. A kingdom lost. Strength and despair. You have a lot of needling dialogue. I'll have to play some more, I think. Yes, it sounds like you were sort of like singing your family's tenets even here. Glimmering trails. They do remind me sort of the shamans in Hollow Knight, but of course the shamans in Hollow Knight didn't play a very significant part in the story. Okay, well, thank you for that. That's a very easy way to get a progression item. But now we need a third. And it seems to me that perhaps I could have come here... Oh my goodness, dude, the bone bottom drac is so good. I think it seems to me that I could have come here and talked to the chapel maid without talking to the caretaker of Songclave. I don't remember how I got this other soul thing, Seeker's Soul. But clearly, well, I got it somewhere. And that means that I could technically go right now and look for the third one also. I could just run around the world and try to figure out where the third one could be. This is, I don't remember where I got the Seeker's Soul. Because, well, if I remembered that, I could say that, like, okay, let's say I got it in Bilewater, maybe I, got it in the exhaust organ. Then I would think that I would get the third one somewhere here in the top left. Simply because, well, you'd imagine that it's somewhat evenly spread across the map. Or it could be in far fields or something like that. I'm really trying to figure, like, where did I get this from? I think I'll probably just go speak to the caretaker and we'll see where they point us next. But I wonder, was it from the Mask Maker's quest? Like from that delivery? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we didn't get anything other than rosaries from that. I could be wrong. Look, the fixer is still standing here. Hello. You're just talking about supply still? Well, that's fine. I think we will simply run back over to Songclave. But also, it's interesting. It's pretty neat that they actually have things pointing you towards what you need to do to get true ending here. And I guess Hollow Knight did as well, in the sense that, well, Hornets pretty early on in the game in City of Tears tells you that if you would seek another ending, I don't remember what it is exactly. If you feel ready to bear the sins of this kingdom, seek the grave in ash, and the market would grant to one like you, something like that. And that's like your main hint, really, towards what you do with that. But I think overall, like if you've somehow missed that or forgotten that, or you like just haven't managed to find, I don't know, I guess you could even maybe not be able to find Kingdom's Edge at all. There are several entrances leading to it, but I guess you could technically miss all of them. But the point is, you don't have anyone really pointing you back there. So I think that's a nice, like, quality of life thing that Silksong has done, that you have this NPC at a very central town. I guess it's not, I don't know, an essential town at the very least. It's not exactly at the center of anything. But this, like, very big important town that you're going to go through repeatedly, and it's going to have a character there that you will talk to repeatedly. Well, probably you will anyway. If you're trying to figure things out, you will. And that is the character that will also tell you how to get true ending, essentially. That certainly makes figuring that out without any sort of guide or hint, or external hint rather, that certainly makes it easier. And I think I'm glad for it. Okay, I assume Sherma won't say anything else. Hello. If you're wanting the trap made, yes. Tell me the next hint. Buried in the Warren of Bells at Farloom's core, seek my sullen uncle. That one has power to spare. Sullen uncle, is that the hermit? Sullen uncle, huh? Hold on, and we do need only 4 total things, right? Because you said that you had, what? That there were a total of 3 family members who are alive and then 1 who was dead, a 4th one who is dead. So I wonder if I got either the tool or this from one that was dead. Like, do we get 3 soul things from those that are alive and then I got that tool from one who is dead? Or if the one who is dead just doesn't come into play. Or maybe one of the alive ones doesn't come into play. Because I don't know that the caretaker has given us anything. So maybe the caretaker just doesn't count. I don't know. We are gonna take a quick trip back to the Grand Bellway. And from there, I think I'm gonna go to Bellheart and check out that Hermit again. It does make sense that the Hermit would actually play some sort of more important role. They've been very suspicious there, and yes, they help us with finding the Great Yarnaby, or, well, figuring out that the Great Yarnaby was someone we should consult with our root predicament, but as far as I can tell, you could have also just gone talk to Craig at the halfway house, or probably about a dozen other people. So it's not exactly a unique function for the Hermit. Yeah, I know the Hermit's bottom right, but just in case I'll sit on a bench, even though I guess it really doesn't matter. Having a Bellway, you know, even if we end up dying here somehow, it's right near a Bellway, so wherever our bench is, we should be able to make it back here quite easily without even setting another one. Alright. Hello, I have an important request to make of you.
So the slave comes seeking. I've heard it, wishing on a world cut free, yes? Along with my nephew up there. Sounds he's sunk as simple as you.
Will you not provide your aid, Bug? This trap he plans requires power, and I suspect you're hoarding more than most.
Oh no, I'll give it. Not in the hope you'll succeed. Bah. In that, there's slim chance. I give just to see that restless energy unleashed. So much soul, found and formed. Generations of it, all going to waste. Better it's given a chance to blaze.
Hermit soul. Thank you very much. Have you got anything else to say?
My part's been given, slave. We've no more need to speak. Go and spin your spider's web. Allow our kingdom's restless soul a chance to blaze.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Well, I won't even bother playing the Nidlin. I think you'll... Actually, have I ever played the Nidlin for that guy? Whatever. I don't care too much. The Nidlin dialogue is interesting, but to be honest, I think Dreamnail dialogue gave you more insight in Hollow Knight than Nidlin dialogue does in this game. I could be wrong. But that's the way it seems to me. So, I guess I take, what, another journey back up to, not the Blasted Steps. Where are we going? Grand Bellway. That's where we're headed. We're taking several back and forth trips here. But no, like, I feel like getting this item... I don't see how we could have done this before we talked to the caretaker. We tried talking to the Hermit several times and they just were not cooperating at all. And I somehow doubt that just randomly having chat with the chapel maid without, like, this plan in motion set by the caretaker, I don't know that we would have gotten anything from there either. In which case, it's interesting that we were able to get those other items. Oh well, let's actually look at the item in our inventory also. What's this? Oh, that just says that the quest's ready, or, well, yeah, ready for the next stage. Hermit's Soul. Heavy bell filled with the shimmering soul of the Bell Hermit. So it's actually their soul. Oh, and this is from the deceased Bug. Right. So I think this is that dead relative. Alright. Well, we are gonna take the Ventrica right up to the first shrine yet again. For the 3rd time today, we're heading there. We'll see if we're sent to gather something else up. Or not. Hello? Caretaker, I have returned. Sir, I have the items requested. Craft me your trap that we may see these lands free. Give items. All 4. Will do. Silk and soul. Wish granted. And I wonder what that trap could look like. Found it?
Found it all, did ya, Bellringer? Then join me and let's get to prepping. I'll be asking both your silk and your claws for the construction.
Uh-huh. Okay, it's not like we need to go on a fetch quest. It's just a cutscene. Hornet helps with silk and claws, but we don't have to do anything, actually.
It's done. The parts are prepared. I'm heading up now to set the heavy thing. Even with the trap laid, best be guessing her on top won't go down so simple. She'll sense what's coming.
That might make the boss fight trickier.
That blade of yours is gonna have to do its work before this thing can snap.
I'd expected such, sir, and I am ready. Set your snare. I shall attend shortly. I think we'll attend pretty immediately. I guess that noise is the caretaker running away. Well, that's exciting. New objective. That's also exciting. Everything's just so exciting, huh? Well, we have places on the map that we could explore. But I kind of think we're gonna go up there. We're gonna do the thing. Oh, we have 2 markers there now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think we're going to head up there. We'll try to see what this gives us, and it might, like, of course we haven't explored everywhere else on the map, but I think at least when we get there, we might finally get a completion percentage visible. Because the base ending didn't even give us that, which is a difference from Hollow Knight, because that's, of course, even if you just get to the Black Egg Temple and defeat the base Hollow Knight, then that's, well, that's already enough to give you world sense. I mean, you don't even have to defeat them, right? It's before the fight. You just look at that lore tablet thing. Vessel bowbound, you shall know the state of the world. Destroy Soul Snare. Scale the citadel and ensnare its monarch in a deadly trap. Yes, destroy. We're not destroying the Soul Snare, that's just... It's a destroy type quest. Interesting that it's, like... It's got a different quest summary, because the, like, just getting up there is defeat, but this one is destroy. So they're, like, drawing a distinction there. What do I need? I need to travel to the terminus. I imagine we don't have a Bellway station up there. They probably don't have a Bell connection up there anyway. And we wouldn't really want to summon the Bell Beast to such a place, would we now? Okay, we sit on this bench, I think. This is the closest one. Yeah. And, well, since we're here, I guess we could also take another look at this area. Should I? Like, what's that marker? What? Hold on. Yeah. What's that marker? This room over here... Whoops. I'm already at the highest point of the map. This here, I think, is how we actually got to the cradle proper. Because we traveled up here ages ago, but then this room was just blocked off until we opened a shortcut from the left. But I will go up to that marker, just to see what that's all about. Have I been to the right here? Apparently you can't. There's nothing there. So I would imagine that I haven't. Oh, you know what? I probably shouldn't be wearing my silk speed anklets, though. I don't know that we want that on for the boss fight. Okay, I see why the marker's here. This is just a very suspicious little crevice there. It might be for nothing. And it's like, you can walk so far into them too. There's something very suspicious about that. Oh, hold on. Did you have some sort of effect? I swear I ran past you and you did something. And I don't think it was just my silk speed anklets flashing. Oh well. Are we back at the bench level? We are. Okay, let's... I like how that bench is just sort of tied onto that pipe too. That's neat. Anyway, silk speed anklets. Right, I guess I had them on because that's an extra slot that I didn't know what else I would put in there. We don't want to increase damage taken. We don't care about that. Don't care about that either. Oh, hold on. I want to try this out though. Just for a moment. Because I could have sworn I saw someone say that you can even scuttle up walls with this. Whoops, that is not the correct move. How do you use this? Down and RT. I was trying that. Oh, RT, sorry. Yeah, look at that. Let's try a different wall that we can actually climb. Probably if we drop down here, that should work. Or, well, that we can climb for a longer distance. Yeah, you can, like, scuttle up a wall. That's crazy. I don't really see this being very useful during a boss fight. Or ever. Well, that's a pretty neat ability. We're actually, like, scuttling like a spider might, perhaps? I don't know. Not a spider might, M-I-T. I mean, like a spider, M-I-G-H-T. Do. Weighted belt. Yeah, I mean, I really don't care about any of these. Maybe we just leave that slot empty? Should I? No, we don't want that. We don't want that. I guess we might as well put this on. I don't know. I guess that can stay on. Do we want to swap anything else out? We're not currently in Bilewater. We don't need this. That's kind of just wasting space. Long Claw might be useful, but the issue is that I don't want to rely on any of these. That's really my issue. When binding deals damage, why not? We can put that on. We could put on poison, or we could put on this. Getting Astro Silk when you take damage might be good, actually. Maybe we just do that. Let's just have a build that focuses a lot on Silk output. This might also be good to avoid dying as the last saving grace, I guess. Extends the act of binding but increases its healing effect. I don't think I ever actually looked at what this does, or I think I did, but I did it ages ago when we first saw it in a shop. But we only bought it recently, of course. So we've got that big explosion thing. I think that's a pretty good item to have. I don't know that Chakra's rings are that useful, but I think they can stay on. And you know what? I don't care about swapping out the compass. So I guess all I really did here was remove the silk speed anklet. Yeah, well, maybe that'll help with the boss, maybe it won't. As I've said repeatedly, I don't really want the tools to help me too much during a boss anyway. So, we are back in this room. Pretty exciting to be back here. What's to the right here? Have I been here? Seems to have been just a shell shard room. Oh, what? Are you kidding? I can definitely jump up that. As long as I don't bonk in a silly manner. Oh, hello. Here is the caretaker. Ain't you come a long way, Bellringer? Granting wishes, saving bugs, even rousing my sullen family to act. The snare is set above, our power bound along its thread. To your sight, it may seem a crude thing, but there's fair strength to it, enough to quell a god. Look at that big silk cocoon pulsing in the background. You and your family have done me well, sir. I shall prove your faith in the meeting ahead. After a couple of deaths, presumably. Aye, bring your best, Bellringer. Call forth our great pale god. Cut her weak, then drive the beast down atop the snare. Contact made will stir the snare alight, but only your needle's song will awaken the spell in full. When that moment arrives, you'll see it clear. This music is very loud. My goodness. Isn't it? I think it is. I have known your kind before, sir. Yours is a tribe that works and trades in power, and I am about to extinguish its prime source. Once this is done, will you truly delight in a land so bereft? When you say your kind, do you mean like actual, like related people to the caretaker? Or do you mean people with a similar mindset? And are you talking about the shamans in Hollow Knight? Or are you instead talking about the inhabitants of the Soul Sanctum, I wonder? Probably, no, actually, I was gonna say probably the Soul Sanctum, but I guess they both deal with soul. So I don't actually know. Aye, well, my family's marks are all over that trap, and we've spent a hard age avoiding the gaze of our god. If we earned it now, after such open opposition, earned the gaze, that is, that's a bleak conclusion none of us would care for. Now, my job's done. It's time your grand business began. We'll be wishing victory to you, Bellringer, for all our sakes. Oh, and you actually leave. That's nice and conclusive. We don't have to worry about more dialogue unless I, well, jump down and try to follow you, I suppose. This is exciting. It sounds like the fight will be very similar to the way the THK fight works in Hollow Knight, as in that you'll fight the normal fight for a while. Maybe it'll be tougher even. I'm not sure. Because they said that the god might sense what's coming and might be more aggressive because of it. In any case, we'll fight for a bit, and then the trap will be triggered, and then we will have a choice whether we actually use it. We'll have to play the needle in, similarly to how you use the dream nail in Hollow Knight, to actually enter the Radiance fight. So, let's give this a shot. Grandmother Silk wasn't particularly troublesome previously. I wonder how it goes now. And we still haven't gotten an Act 3 title card. Like, did I just miss it somewhere, or will this be what leads into it, and this turns out to be like a halfway through the game boss? Grandmother Silk, hello. I'm hoping I didn't like need to do something beforehand to actually activate the trap. Let's see. I seem to somewhat remember the fight still. At least these pins going across the screen the way that to do is familiar. Or maybe I should have put on a different Silk skill, because currently I just have the parry. And I am, certainly not used to using it. Though, if something is about to hit me, it might be actually quite perfect as a way to avoid some damage. If I manage to time it properly and know how to use it well. Like if I don't know, because I feel like most of the time I have so many other ways to dodge things that if I'm about to get hit by something, the parry's not going to make a difference. Because, well, if I were attentive, dang it, if I were attentive enough to like react to it, I would have already avoided it. Hello. Right. This appears to be the trigger for the second phase. I guess I'm able to deal more damage now. So that's probably why it arrived so much faster this time. Hello. Whoops, I should not have run into that. Okay, will this phase be more difficult than it was last time? Whoop, I didn't actually mean to pogo on the pins. Hold on, I would like to heal because I've been taking very silly hits of damage just now. Oh no, this isn't good. I'm gonna die. And I'm dead. Maybe don't sit in the massive rock avalanche. When boulders are raining from the skies. I retained a lot of rosaries from that because of that tool. What? That's crazy. It said retain some rosaries upon defeat, but what? That's a crazy amount of rosaries to retain. Huh. Now, something that we don't have in this game is anything like Dreamgate. Because in Hollow Knight, by the point in time where you're going for anything resembling a true ending, you would already have the Dreamgate. But as I've said before, the Dreamgate can really lead you to miss out on things in Hollow Knight, so perhaps it's good that they don't have an ability like that in this game. The only reason I'm thinking about it now was that like my brain sort of switched into Hollow Knight mode for a moment and I was like, hold on, I should place the Dreamgate before the boss. But we can't do that. We currently can't anyway. Let's try that again. First phase was very easy. Second phase shouldn't be too troublesome either. But I imagine that is all just warm-up for the actual fight that's still upcoming. Maybe I should have changed my Silk skill though. Again, I like the idea of a parry, but this game isn't... I don't know. We've got so many other things we can do. And we already have a different kind of needle parry anyway. And I imagine the parry is mostly going to be useful if the boss is like, well... Oh! Actually about to hit you. So I guess for that attack I should try to use it. Dang it, that is the worst place to heal. I need to realize that. I need to not heal at the height that the things are at. Oh my goodness, that was scary. I should have probably tried parrying there because I thought I was about to get hit. But yeah, I don't know that the parry is going to be very useful if I just parry one of the needles from far away. Well, while we're far away from the boss, that is. Okay, let's try that again. I took an awful lot of damage in the first phase. So that's a bit silly. Not the best move. I first also messed up my heal. Oh, I should have tried a parry. That's fine. It's not like we got hit. Hello? What are we up to now? You're doing a spike move. Maybe I can heal? Why are you just sitting there? Excuse me? Oh, you're just trying to bait me to heal. That's precisely what I was afraid of. Alright, let's actually approach you. We're gonna want to get some hits in. Again, I think... Oh, this is a bad spot to heal, as usual. Oh! I almost did the same thing that I did last time, where I... What? You swing up during that. Got it. Uh-oh. Stay in there. Oh, I'm gonna die. I didn't die. Don't run into the spikes. Hold on. I can maybe heal. Woo! I actually... Well, I managed to heal, but then I lost it immediately. Of course I did. That's a bit silly. What are you doing? Are you doing a swing? No, you're not. Well, not a swing, but like a claw swipe across the... Yeah, that one. Woo! That's what I was afraid of. Okay. You have been staggered for a moment again. I would like to heal. I would very much like to heal. Oh, good height to heal. No follow-up horizontal attack. That's kind. Oh, funny spikes. But they managed... Uh-oh. They allowed me to avoid the double damage. That was a crazy claw line. Oh. Okay, I'm not sure how I didn't take damage in any of that section, but I feel like we might be about to take damage soon. Oh, stay away from that. Watch out for the horns. Damn it. The horizontal attack, I was gonna say. Ugh, but I messed up both the sentence and the dodge. Okay, the trap has been triggered. Okay, wait, no, hold on, but we don't want to bind. Wait, no! Stop! Dang it. No, hold on a minute. I was just spamming the bind button. Now we're getting the regular ending again. This is so stupid. You had to bind... Hold on, Hornet. We're doing the wrong ending. Hornet, you fool. Oh, you had to like do the regular bind twice and then the needle imprompt showed up. But I just happened to be pressing the button, so we just got the regular ending. Hold on. Stop. Skip the cutscene. Hornet, we've done this already. Whatever, I guess we can watch the cutscene again. Oh, no. Oh, I can't be the only person who's done that. That's fine, we can get back there really easily. We really have so much health and we deal so much damage now that this is not even a worry. Though, of course, the real fight will probably be after we use the needle in there. Interesting that you can't skip this cutscene. Is that a quality of life mod thing in Hollow Knight? I'm so used to being able to skip the final cutscene. But I guess that might not be a vanilla feature then. Those shamans are so... They're gonna be so disappointed that I did that anyway. But I didn't mean to. Oh, please tell me there's at least a skip credits button. We've seen that. We don't need to watch all the credits again. We'll do that after the actual true ending. Oh, please, come on. No, let me out. No, this is the wrong ending. No. Stop it. No, hold on. I'm alt-F4ing. What a silly mistake to make. Okay, so we do the bind twice, and then we look. Then we pay careful attention to what the actual prompt is. Don't spam the bind button. Don't do that. That's not the way to go. Interesting, like the color of this screen when it's loading into the game. That is very blue, kind of like Hollow Knight is. Oh, we're back to this title screen theme. Okay, let's go back to the terminus. And this time, once we get to the end of Grandmother Silk, we will try not accidentally getting the regular ending again. That's so funny. None of the Hollow Knight none of the Silksong playthroughs that I'm watching are, of course, nowhere near this far into the game. But I'm so curious to see once they start getting to that point. I'm so curious to see if they also accidentally get the regular ending because they're spamming bind at that point. Okay, well, let's try this again. Yeah, and the game did save right after our previous death, so that's good. Let's try that again, shall we? Maybe I shouldn't have ulted forward. Maybe it would have saved something and the shamans would have had a funny comment like, hey, hold on a minute. I almost sensed that in a different timeline you did something silly again. But no, probably not. I don't think it would save any of that. This isn't freaking Undertale. It's not doing fourth wall breaks. Okay, let's see. Maybe we do a hitless run this time? Unlikely. We haven't even ever been able to do a boss first try. What am I doing talking about hitless runs? Oh. Hey, this theme is actually somewhat familiar, isn't it? Doesn't this also play in some spots in Hollow Knight? Or at least, well, a variation of this. Oh, those spikes apparently also stopped approaching me there. Can I just, like, keep going up here? Oh, not like this. What? Oh, I don't think I've ever been hit by that attack. That was interesting. Very interesting, actually. That's cool. I'm glad that happened. I might have missed out on that completely. That was quite surprising. Okay, we're into second phase. Yeah, I deal a ridiculously large amount of damage. That's crazy. And of course, we have so much health. Because at the beginning of the game, if I'd gotten hit by that attack, like by that ensnaring attack, that dealt 3 damage, it seems. If that hit us at the beginning of the game, that would have been the majority of our health and we would have been 1 hit away from death, but that's not the case with the amount of HP that we have. Oh! And like, I don't know, if I started using tools also, wouldn't this just be over immediately? I guess maybe the tools don't even deal as much damage as our needle at this point, I'm not sure. Silk abilities might though. Whoops, let's heal. That's a good opportunity to do so. Nice little safe moment there. Whoa, those spikes! The way the Grandmother Silk just kind of moved out of the way there. That was almost the perfect sabotage to make me fall into the spikes, but fortunately the spikes also decided to move away at that moment. I should have tried parrying there. It's just... I'm simply not used to using the parry. We got it quite recently too. And this game hasn't been focused around that at all so far. Because obviously it's an optional ability, unlike 9 Souls. If I want to have a fun time doing some crazy parries, I think I should just play 9 Souls. Right, hello. This time, we will slow down. I'm trying to play the needle in. Oh, you can sort of play it. Is that doing something? It is, okay. Yeah, I should have tried that straight off, but honestly, that previous time I was kind of shocked that we were already at this point. I really didn't expect the fight to already be over. So, this is kind of similar to how the Void starts pulling... Lace! You're alive? Whoa! Kind of similar to how the Void starts pulling in the Radiance in Hollow Knight, but of course slightly different. Grandmother Silk, try taking me with them? Wait! What? Wait, okay, this must be the opening point to Act 3, and we are not about to hit credits. We created a black hole? Question mark? What? Look at this cutscene. Alright, and this... It does seem quite likely that this will change the state of the world. Yeah, so we're not actually about to succeed yet. That makes so much sense. It's all coming together now. Lace was still around, apparently. That's good. I'm glad. Well, Lace might not be around anymore, so I should perhaps stop being glad. But Lace saved us. That's awesome. Void tendrils? No. That doesn't look exactly like Void. I mean, color-wise it does. Snared Silk. Defeat Grandmother Silk and entrap her with the Soul Snare. Right, it looked like the Citadel started crumbling. Oh my goodness, I love seeing the cutscenes. Wait, no, this is credits? Okay, but it might still lead into Act 3? I'm really not sure. Credits usually means that the world state doesn't continue on from this point. The world, you will instead end up at your last save. That didn't exactly feel all that much more conclusive. We got a new achievement, of course. What was it called again? I'm not gonna touch any buttons, just in case it skips some part of this, even though it's mostly the same. Probably, I would imagine. Yeah. I think I talked about this before also, but it's just interesting that the credits are all blue themed, even though Silksong and Hornet and everything surrounding Silksong has been generally red. Blue is more of a Hollow Knight color, isn't it? Was blue a Hollow Knight color even before they had like a Lifeblood update? I think so, right? Yeah, no, like it's just in general. The game's like banner and art and all that. Red is Silksong's color, blue is Hollow Knight's color. But then the credits of this are all blue. And these credits really aren't that long. I maybe shouldn't have Alt F4'd before. It's crazy how short they really can be. We also haven't found a Kickstarter backer area yet. We turned an option on game completion. Oh wait, we've seen this already. Do we get a percentage this time? Percentage? No? Where's the percentage? I know people can find out their percentage. I've seen them like posting that like, I beat the game in this amount of hours in this percentage. Oh my goodness. I think our save file might be a little disturbed. Something's not quite right with it. Yeah, but that doesn't look exactly like Void. Like it does, sort of. It's of course all black and it's like got these tendrils. And there's like black goop particles floating around. But it, like the way that it moves and the shapes that it makes, it seems like it's not quite Void. Like it doesn't look like the Void from Hollow Knight, at least. It could be something similar. It could be Void plus something else. That's crazy. Hold on. Before I enter, the title screen is also different. I didn't even spot that immediately. But we also got the Void tendrils in the background here. Our needle is wrapped in them, but it's not, like those ones aren't moving. But in the background, you can see like stuff pulsing through them. Or I guess they're just moving. Well, let's hop right in. But I have to beat them off my save file to get in? Oh my goodness, let me in. Question marks. Okay. Wait, and what was the start? Like, what was that image of the location there? Was that what the terminus looks like? Because it seemed to have the rune cage on it. This is where we fought Lace, or is it just below it? No, I think it's above there. It's up there. And yeah, and the reason the elevator is here is because we would have taken it up to Lace to get here in the first place. Wow, Hornet, that needle, again, just barely missed your head, just like at the start of the game. Act 3. Well, here we are. Oh my goodness, Abyss. Wait, okay, the Abyss is an area in Hollow Knight. And well, Act 3 being called Abyss is very exciting, or well, I guess at least that confirms that those tendrils have something to do with Void, which I mean, they kind of needed to. They look so much like Void, but not exactly, as I said. They're like shapes they make, the movements they make, that feels a bit different. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am. It really felt like I was running out of things to do in Act 2. And it just feels so right that there is an Act 3, and the way that we enter it, my goodness, we like try to trap Grandmother Silk, and then it like sort of works, because it did say that we ensnared them. But then they also started pulling us with them, and then Lace came to help and cut off Grandmother Silk's arm. And what happened then? Like a big old black explosion, implosion rather. I don't know. Okay, bind. Let's heal. Hornet is just built different and is still alive after all that. New objective. What am I hearing? Should I just be standing still? I'm sure it's fine. I was gonna go check my objective, but I think I better not interrupt at this moment. I'm sure that noise is totally fine. It's just Grandmother Silk suffering in the trap, or well, probably that's the sound of rage, actually, if I had to guess. Alright, let's look at our objective then. After the fall, seek. Discover the fate of Farloom. Yeah, so I think we're finally reaching a point where the world state is different. I said this very early on. Like, I remember in the very few early discussions, when we were only a couple of hours in, we were talking about, like, I wonder if some of these acts will have you going through the game with the world state change, but without you, like, getting to necessarily new areas. And I think this might finally be happening. And I guess, like... I guess another reason why there probably had to be an Act 3, other than, of course, all the other multitude reasons that that I've already talked about. Probably the most important one being that there typically are at least 3 acts. Like, you don't have 2 acts, come on. Another reason for it was that in Hollow Knight, of course, you have at least one area completely changing as you progress through the story. It's Forgotten Crossroads becomes the Infected Crossroads, and we hadn't had anything like that happen in this game yet. So, what on earth has happened? I think we should go find out. Can we go this way? No. That's just a silly little hatch. I cannot express how excited I am. We're in Act 3. There's so much more to this game, seemingly. And, oh boy, am I excited. Oh, and we're gonna take a different path. Do we have a map? We're gonna take a different path down now, it seems. I'm not on the map. I must have the compass on, right? Unless it got removed. All my things got removed. That makes sense. Well, does it actually? My crest is still the same, but I guess that's also Hornet's natural crest, so that's fine.
Well...
At least by checking the map, we can tell that it thinks that we are in Cogwork Core. Wait, what's that spinny thing? Oh, that's just in a different area. But it shows its location in Cogwork Core. That's curious. Okay, we came from here. Awesome. I'm already losing the direction of where I came from. Oh my goodness. And we're gonna be like trying to climb our way back down because obviously the elevator's all broken. We even saw that in the cutscene. Okay, do I go right or do I go left? I'll go left because it seems like... Oh! Okay, we can't go this way. That's good. Oh, that keeps things simple. Oh, I also took damage during that. I'm pretty sure I had full health at the start of the fight. Oh, and actually, presumably... Or what? At the start of the fight? At the end, like when we did the needling thing? I'm pretty sure I had full health. So I'm thinking that I started the save file now with 1 HP. Because then we did a bind. So that would have gotten me up to 4. Alright. That's so exciting. I wonder what kind of abilities... Oh, Hornet, you can't even take a small fall like that, can you? I don't think it was the fall. I think Hornet's just feeling quite weak. Hornet, we can't bind. We haven't got the silk. Oh, you're so slow. Poor Hornet. Oh, you can't even dash. Okay. When we'll slowly move to the left... Oh, you can't even swing the needle. How am I meant to check for hidden walls? Hornet, we need to find a bench or something. Oof. Oh, I think we're below where the elevator started, aren't we? This looks like the thing where we played the song to summon the elevator. Or no, is it? No, I think this is... No, this is the top center thing with the puzzle, isn't it? Yeah. With the, like, puzzle things where you rotated matching shapes, matching patterns. Oh, Hornet, you're feeling okay now? Hornet, you... What? You just had to feel slightly ill right up there, where I can't get back up there now. What if it had secrets, Hornets? What? Hornets? What if we had secrets, Hornet, there? You never think about me and what I need to find. Secret hidden walls. Okay, well, this is gonna be interesting. Because this was that White Palace-like area. I wonder how the descent through it is going to look like. Will they make it harder or will they make it easier, is I guess my main question. I'm hoping they made it harder, but I somehow don't think they did. Who knows, though? We're in Act 3. We don't know what Act 3 is gonna look like at all. Yeah, look at those Void-ish tendrils. Void was never, like, this shape. Void had tendrils in Hollow Knight, of course, but it wasn't shaped like that. But yeah, I think those black, like... If the black tendrils didn't look like Void, the floating particles certainly looked like Void particles from Hollow Knight. What is this? That's not a lever I can bounce on. That's fine. We're going down slowly. Well, if nothing else, I think it's good that we finished so many side quests in the previous state of the world. That means we should be quite familiar and quite done with everything as it stood before. And now we can really just fully focus on what's new in Act 3, rather than wondering like, oh, was this here before? Was this here... is this only here because of Act 3? So I think this is actually great. We can just single-mindedly focus on this. I'm sure there will be new side quests to explore in Act 3 also. But just currently, it's a nice point of separation. Because, like, if, for example, if I hadn't finished the Flea quest, or if I hadn't, I don't know, if I hadn't found Sherma in Whiteboard, actually, I don't know, maybe the Songclave's caregiver, maybe they wouldn't even have given us the trap if we hadn't done at least some of those quests. Like, if we hadn't at least rescued Sherma from Whiteboard, I'm not sure. In any case, I'm very curious to know what the caretaker will say now. I imagine they'll have something to say, assuming that they're still alive. I don't know what the state of the world is, of course. That's what we're headed to find out at the moment. Maybe the citadel collapsed and everyone's dead. Yeah, and what about Sherma? How far does the impact of this reach? Bit of a void battle, is it? Is that what we're about to see here? Hello? Wait, void-powered enemies. Oh, that's such a cool way to make the enemies more difficult now in the later stages of the game. Wait, hold on. But how much damage will they do, I wonder? Do they still give us silk? They do. Okay, that's good. Ouch. Pretty sure that's a 3 damage. Oh my god! Okay, you do like a big old area of effect attack. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's a 3 damage hit. Might have been a 4 damage hit. That's fun. I was just talking about how we're starting to feel very overpowered. Our needle deals so much damage and we have so much health. I think it's the perfect time to also buff the enemies a bit. And I'm glad they've done that because, well, you kind of want the final... Well, I don't know if this is the final act. I think it probably is. But you kind of want the latter acts of the game to start feeling a bit more difficult. Because so far, as I said, I'm pretty I would say that Act 2 was easier than Act 1 was. But well, now, I guess we'll see. Maybe Act 2 was just a quick little break. And they're gonna seriously ramp up the difficulty again. Okay, give me my silk back. I guess we don't care too much about our rosaries, although we don't actually have a massive store of rosary strings. So maybe we should care a bit. Okay, so watch out for the big yellow move that some of you do. Actually, last time we defeated the bottom one first, didn't we? Oh, I have my silk spear equipped. That's interesting. So this is going to be a nice introduction. Dang it! A nice stay away from me. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm trying to adjust the things. This is going to be a nice introduction to Act 3. We're going to see what the enemies are going to be like. We can see that they're about to get powered up by Void in all sorts of crazy ways. Oh, what? What? You spit out like globs of goop and then they do Void things on the ground. I wonder if I could get caught in them like I do in the jailer's pile. Oh, I can't heal. Hello, I would like to... Thank you. You have shields everywhere. You've got a pretty shielded back, haven't you? I'm pretty sure the regular version of you didn't. So I think that's like a Void powered up husk you've got there? Or no, are you a new type enemy? What? The floor disappeared. The floor was made of Void. People argue about whether Hornet is Void, but they never talk about the floor. Why is that? Silly question, of course. I should have played the needle in. Wait! Oh, I am actually so curious to know what... Wait a minute. The tendrils, they respond to the needle in. Look at that. I'm glad I did that anyway. Even though we don't have any enemies nearby to sing. Yeah, the needle in, it's just like there have been so many times when playing the needle in has been the right answer, even when I didn't think it would do anything. So I just, I know I keep saying that I should play the needle in even when I don't think it'll do anything. But I don't know that I've been doing that very much. And sometimes it's led to some very exciting results. But yeah, I'm very curious to know what the thoughts of these enemies are. Like, if I got them to sing, what would they sing about? Now that they're being possessed by Void. Wait a minute. That one spoilery thumbnail that I saw, it didn't have anything Void-like on it, I don't think. But of course, that is the thumbnail where I saw that Hornet seemed to be facing Sherma and there was text saying YOU and then two exclamation marks. Is Sherma gonna get taken over by Void? Is that finally where Sherma's questline's going? Like the tragedy? Like tragedy had to strike at some point, but it just didn't seem like Act 2 was leading towards that at all. Oh, a regular non-Void enemy? That's crazy. They still make those? I think that might finally be the strategy that's going to strike Sherma's storyline, which is crazy because like they've been dragging us along for such a long time. In Hollow Knight, you see Myla and you're like, oh, I hope nothing bad happens to Myla, and then something bad happens to Myla pretty fast, I guess. But that's not the case here at all. Okay, Hornet's weak again. Good thing you didn't get this, like, burst of weakness in the battle room, I have to say. Yeah, that's gonna fall. Oof. That was a pretty meaty thud you just did on the floor there, Hornet. Also, being around this much void, in general, isn't going to be good for Hornet, is it? Because Hornet, Well, is it actually? Because Hornet didn't want to enter the Black Egg Temple, but I'm not sure if that was because of the Radiance or because of the Void. Might have been because of both. But of course Hornet said that, like, that part of you, that crucial emptiness, I do not share. Who are you? Wait, oh, you're the caretaker, aren't you? With a slightly different shaped head. Wait, no, you're Sherma. What am I saying? You're the caretaker? The silliest thing I ever heard come out of my own mouth. Hoi, Red Maiden. No, I just skipped Sherma's dialogue. Oh, ooh. Little Sherma, what has happened here? Hold on. No. We need to... isn't there like a clip that command? No. Oh, come on. What is this? Is it slash clip that? Sherma. Dialogue missed. We need to watch... Unable to create clip. Is the stream live? Yes, it is. What are you even talking about? Sherma dialogue. Creating clip, please wait. Thank you. Alright. Can I refresh the chat? I don't want that being in there. Refresh cache of current page. Does that remove it? It does. Okay, hold on. We just want to see what Sherma said. That really doesn't need to be so difficult. Sherma dialogue. Yes, Hornet's asking Sherma what happened here, but I want to see what Sherma said. What's the clip doing? The clip refuses to play. Please, I just want to see what Sherma said to me. I hate... Okay, honestly, one complaint about Silksong, one complaint, is that the triggers, why do the triggers advance dialogue? That's so silly. I've seen other people get got by that too. I don't know why they did it like that. It only seems detrimental. I don't know why triggers have to skip dialogue. Dude, the clip is just... It's not working. We'll never find out what Sherma said. Please. What is going on? Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Hopefully no more dialogue gets skipped in the meantime. Can I show you a browser window here? Let's do that. Browser. Wait, no, what? Browser window? That's not what we want. We want window capture. Oh, the trouble we go through just to figure out what Sherma told us. If only... Sherma dialogue. Yeah, there we go. And that's covering me now. Okay, so... What's this? It's all just... It's just a dark screen. How do I see the actual clip? It just refuses to load. What is happening? Is Twitch functioning? I can't tell. Okay, well, cool. That's awesome. I didn't want to find out what Sherma said anyway. Please. Twitch, come on. And like, what is it even doing? It's showing that it's unavailable? And surely it would have finished processing by now. What is even... What's going on? Hold on. I have another plan. Real quick, we will try to download this with Y2DLP. Although, I think I'm pretty sure I just removed FFmpeg because it like failed to update. Downloading clip and extractor error has occurred. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. Whatever. I give up. We simply can't find out what Sherma said. Tragic. I'll have to watch it back. Wait, hold on. No. Hold on. Not everything is hopeless yet. I can also watch my recording. I can figure out what Sherma said. I should be able to watch my recording as it's being recorded, I think. Yeah. Let's go back a bit. Okay, it doesn't seem to be working very well. Skip back a bit, skip forward a bit. Okay, here's where Hornet's about to fall down. Ah, little Sherma, what has happened here? I skipped back a bit. I think I want another window capture, just so you can see. Window capture. And we're going to capture VLC Media Player. Whoa, resize that. I mean, fit it to screen? Oh, I don't care. And place it below the camera. Okay. All we need. Apparently it refuses to show... It refuses to show VLC Media Player. Fine, we will do screen capture then. Oh right, Stream Deck doesn't work today. Nothing works! I just want to talk to Sherma. This is an important moment too. Where is the display capture? Thank you. Add existing, screen 1. Add it right here. I don't care. Resize it. No, there we go. Fit to screen. We move it down here. Whatever, I don't care. So, what we need to see, here we are. We're fading in, and this is Sherma. Can't believe I didn't recognize Sherma immediately. They're wearing a different thing, but I mean... Like, of course it's Sherma. Look at what they're thinking together. Hoy, Red Maiden. 'Tis a prayer answered to see you safely wake. There we go, finally! That didn't need to take 5 minutes to figure out. My goodness. So, we can close that. We can remove screen 1 from the scene. Insane amount of technical difficulties. Okay, this is fine. There we go. Sherma, we found out what Sherma said. Little Sherma, what has happened here? To our safe haven, our home. This is what's left of it after the great breaking began. There was that terrible noise from above. Everything shook and fell apart, and the black thread sprung up from beneath. Yeah, from beneath. From the abyss, of course. Many a poor pilgrim has already been lost to the destruction. You might have been too, if not for some fleeing pilgrims who found you fallen and carried you back to us. Sherma doesn't sound cheerful at all. The disillusionment of Sherma continues. The reality breaking in. I do, like, might Sherma end up blaming us? She does not sound very cheerful. They don't sound very cheerful. They did say, like, it's a blessing to see you wake. But, well, I mean, obviously, Sherma's not going to be happy. But it's crazy to see, because Sherma was so naive and oblivious at the beginning. Even if they don't end up being mad at us for, like, trying to defeat the queen up there. And I think they might end up being mad at us anyway. But even if they don't, it's still tragic. The black threads. I may understand their source. I must speak with the old caretaker. Do you know what has become of him? I see he has left you his garb. Oh yes, he charged me with looking after those remaining here, and said he had to confer with his family down below. Yeah, I feel like they might, like, do they know what happened, or do they think that I got defeated and are now trying to desperately hide away from Grandmother Silk's rage? Down below? Then they have slunk away to hide in their ruined chapel. I must pay them a visit. Thank you, Sherma. Stay safe and take care of your fellow pilgrims. The chapel in the mossy area? Perhaps. Ooh, a spam bot in chat. That's such an exciting moment in the game. Oh my goodness. This is very exciting. Listen to the music. Very appropriate, I would say. Look at all this pilgrim suffering. Yeah, so this is Songclave. I should put on my charms again, at least the compass. Or my tools, rather. 'Tis now my charge to care for those who stay here, including yourself. If I can aid you in any way, please let me know. Okay, Sherma doesn't sound mad at us, which is good. Because, like, technically, even though the whole world was haunted and not doing too great, you could definitely say that right now things are worse. Sherma. Good luck to you. Oh, you can still sing! Oh, brother, sister, we still have our voices. Our strength is shared. Let's keep our spirits strong. Why must we suffer? Our bond is unbroken. Huddle together. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how glad I am to hear that you can still sing so cheerfully, Sherma. We still have our voice indeed. Okay, Jubilana's alive. We can't enter this chapel. Yeah, so are they talking about, like, that chapel that's to the left of Bone Bottom? Because we have found other chapels. Or have we? Yeah, like the chapels where we get crests. Is that what we're talking about? Because it could be any of these other ones. But it probably is the one where the chapel maid was. I would imagine so. I can talk to you. Well, let's have a chat then. Dejected pilgrim. Oh, what new horror now besets us? Is this fresh punishment for our sins, or yet another test to prove our faith? It is neither, good bug. In this disaster you bear no blame. Hold close to your companions, and I will work swift to see this madness stilled. Oh, if we're no longer pilgrims, what are we? Have you given up on your quest? I mean, I guess you are at the Citadel. Currently, there doesn't even seem like there's anywhere else to go. Was the back of this chair always gone? I somehow think that it probably wasn't. Alright, I should equip my stuff, and then we'll talk to Jubilana. I don't think I ever bought everything from Jubilana. Seek, awaiting the end. Confront the caretaker and his family in the ruined chapel beside Bone Bottom. Right, so that is where we need to go. So we currently have Silk Spear equipped. I honestly don't think I mind that too much. Deflective creature technique. Bind silk around the needle to deflect. Right, that's our parry. I think I still want that on. I want to try to use the parry at least once, because I don't think I've done that yet. Alright, let's put our things on. Firstly, and most importantly, that and that. I guess we can put our anklets over there. Wreath of Purity, Long Claw. I think I'll just go with my silk things. Why not? Why do I keep moving to the left by accident there? I don't know, but that seems a bit silly. Plasmium File. I don't know that we need health that badly. We'll put you there, although I don't know how much I'll be using you. And out of respect for Chakra's Master, we will put on the throwing rings, even though I don't intend to use them. Yeah, so that's... Wow. Those screeches and rumblings that go on. I think this will just periodically happen. Oh my goodness. Wait, I just realized why your head is that shape, Sherma. You have your, like, cloak over your, like, simple thing that you were wearing. Your plate, your whatever it is. Your big old metal plate, dish thing. That's crazy. I didn't immediately realize that. Jubilana, what a calamity has befallen our holy citadel. I ain't never seen anything like it in my long life. Times like this, we must be sure to help each other. Dig deep, dear one. I'll be needing a lot of rosaries to survive what's coming. Uh-huh. Have your prices gone up, I wonder? Maybe I should have bought stuff before. No, the Choral Commandment was definitely 180 before. I remember that. Maybe these more useful items have become more expensive, but I'm unsure. Uh-huh. What are you sing about now? The tendrils, of course, respond. Gather what you can, sweet gifts. Darker now than ever before. Hide away, holy sight. Indeed. Well, I don't know which way I should explore, even. Did I go talk to Vault Keeper Cardenius? Did I ever play the Nidlin for you? The ones in the background also sing. Our path, crushed, consumed. Farloom, we failed. Why must we suffer? Okay. We get the vibe, I believe. So I could go explore the rest of the citadel. At least map-wise, it all seems to be the same. But maybe that's simply because Hornet hasn't been there yet. Like, did we crush only and exclusively Songclave? That sounds unlikely to me. I imagine these places are about as messed up as everything else. Oh, you are, like, actually just dead. Listen to that creaking noise. Huh. I wonder if there might be another battle down on that stage. I kind of just want to see, like, are the regular enemies all buffed up now? Like, are you gonna be a void enemy? You're in the foreground, actually. What are you doing there? Oh, hello. Maybe you're not... Yeah, you're not immediately a void enemy, but then you get taken over. Got it. Wow, I don't think you ever jumped quite that high. This is so cool. I'm so excited for rank 3. I can't tell you. What? Only 2 damage from that? You fool. I think it's time to start doing 3. Oh my goodness, let's stay away from that. That might be an attack that does 3. Don't jump straight up into me. Oh my goodness, can't believe I didn't get hit by that. And honestly, if there ever was a time to get good at parries, or, well, learn when we should do them, this might be it. What? I tried to parry that, just out of curiosity to see how that works. So, enemies at first are still normal, but then they get taken over by the... Oh, what? You've just been crushed. Then they get taken over by the Void. Similarly to how they got... I guess, yeah, similarly to how they got animated by the Haunting before. Very interesting. Okay, well, I guess I'll take... Should I take the Bellway, actually? Like, I could take the elevator. I could take the... Wait, could I actually? Let's check. I can't. Okay, cool. Well, that solves that problem. I was gonna say, should I even do that? Because I think it might be better to run through the world, actually, and see how things have changed. But looks like that won't be an issue. The game has solved that for us. I thought the Ventricas looked a bit darker on the map, but I wasn't sure. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's just this Ventrica that doesn't work. Simply so you'd have to run manually to the Bellway. I don't know. I think we'll try running straight down. And then to the left-ish. Yeah. Straight down and first entrance to the left, I think, is the one we need to take. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, what even is that? We've all been bound to... Oh my god! Did that deal 3? I'm not sure. You've all been like bound together into a clump on the wall. That's crazy. I don't imagine I got new Hunter's Journal entries though for the void creatures. Because they are still effectively the same enemy still. I mean, well no, effectively they are not. But essentially, like in terms of what type of enemy they are, I don't think they count as a different one. Which is of course interesting because like a juiced up infected enemy in Hollow Knight does count as a different enemy. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll try using this. Aha! Perfectly diagonally placed thing. Are you not, like, fully defeated from that even? Can you be defeated? Okay, well that certainly wasn't 3 hits though. Wait, what's eating my silk? I would have thought I'd have enough silk to heal by now. No, that is a new entry. Void Mass. Dense knot of husks bound tight by void-soaked silk. I'm so excited for Act 3. I know we're like in it now. This is crazy. Look at all this stuff that's happening. What did I just hear from here? I think it's just Cardenas playing the tape still. Cardenas, what comment have you for this situation?
Pain, pain. Do you hear her cries, cursed spider spawn? Farloom suffers for a pathetic mortal ignorance. We fail it, and it fails. And it falls. Knowledge is needed. More and more. It must be hoarded, sought, strength to understand, to calm and quell.
It is action now that needs taking, Vault Keeper, by myself and those left alive who would aid me. Seek solutions in your text and psalms as you say, but they alone will not be enough to heal a pain so great. Show me your collection? I don't think that's gonna help.
Gert, leave her spawn. She's a bother.
News. Oh, no, that's regular dialogue. That's just what you always say. Should I rest at this bench? Why not, I guess. Oh, I could have climbed up on the left, I think. Okay, well, this room seems to have been mostly untouched. Can I break this? Don't tell Cardenas. Do not tell them. They will not be happy, I think. This room up above here. Did I ever get to enter that? I somehow remember that I didn't do that. Or wasn't able to do that for some reason, but I guess I might be wrong. What's that noise? Oh, that's just Grandmother Silk screaming up there. No big deal. That's just how that goes. Oh, hello. Oh, you're not gonna trap me in the corner and then get animated by Void, are you? What am I doing up here? I guess there must have been something here at some point. Dang it. Let me out of here. I'm just gonna run. Whatever. You haven't even been possessed by Void. Who do you think you are? I think I'm afraid of a regular enemy who's not all Void gooped up. It's fine. Alright, let's run past. Wait, did that Void mass clump thing, did that not respawn? It appears to not have done so. Also, these enemies are like already in Void mode. They don't get taken over by Void when I see them. They start off that way, which is also interesting. Well, now I'm also very curious, like, how much will the areas have changed? Like, yes, they have, like, Void all over the place now and they have enemies. But will there be new secrets? Will there be, like, new paths open? Probably, at least in some locations. I'm not sure. Will we get a rematch with Trobio? Trobio has not shown up to find me again. They might show up elsewhere, though. Oh. How are you not voided up? Also, Coral Chambers theme is still untouched. They haven't put a different theme in here to replace it. Which I guess that might have been too much, but it also would have been a perfect way to make the impact really felt. Hold on, Bell Beast, are you alright? If I call the Bell Beast and they don't show up because they're like crushed by a rock somewhere. Okay, someone's showing up at least. Bell Beast? It's not the Bell Beast! I did say someone. Why were you all red? New objective. Defeat Beast in the Bells. Descend into the Bellway and defeat the hostile creature within. I mean, is that the Bell Beast? Just taken over by Void? Enter. Yeah. Alright. And where am I? No map. New area. Underneath here then, I guess? Or no, we were here. Grand Bellway. What is this? A marker? Oh, that's the quest marker. That's crazy. And this might be, like... different entrances like this might be the answer to all these, like, empty slots that we've been seeing between these other areas. Also, the bottom right corner of the map looks like it could definitely fit more stuff in there. And I guess the top parts also. Whoops, didn't mean to bind. Did that bind take longer than usual? Did I used to have, like, quick heal on or something? I'm not sure. Alright, I'm excited. We get to do a boss fight. I mean, we did just find Grandmother Silk, but I think that was kind of baby mode. Whoa, you are not the Bell Beast, I have to say. Bell Eater! Uh-oh. Hold on. Don't tell me you ate the Bell Beast. Okay, don't hit those side walls. Unless we really desperately need to. Oh, what the hell? That's kind of like that Hollow Knight spraying goop move. Or the Molex in... Molurks, I think? Whichever ones they are. in Hollow Knight in the Ancient Basin. Okay, I need to learn your... Wait, is this your behind? That is your behind, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because your front looks like this. Uh-oh. Right, don't hit the clinky parts that we can't damage. Okay, that's just regular 2 hits of damage. Nothing to be too scared of. Let's heal here. Watch out for the goop that gets spat out. Whoops. I say that, and then I immediately get hit by it, of course. Oh my goodness, that's a slightly different goop move. Hello? Watch out for the goop. That going to the right. Apparently not as far to the right as I thought. Or rather, I don't know. I wasn't positioned quite where I thought I was. Oh, wow, my silk spawn's here. I guess because I wouldn't be able to exit that hole? Well, would I actually? I am able to exit it. Okay, so I'm not sure why the cocoon spawns here. You might think that they would force you to do the fight. Like, why does that cocoon spawn outside? That's awfully kind of them. Hasn't done that for any other boss fight. Alright, Bell Leader. Give me my Bellways back. I need fast travel. Well, I don't. I wouldn't really mind traveling through the whole world again, to be quite honest, dang it. Bit of a silly move to get hit by that. Let's stay up here and heal. I don't think your things should be able to hit me. Maybe I stay over there. For a moment, at least. We can pogo a bit. Pogo you also. That's a parry move, right? Hold on. I think I need to unequip the parry. I don't see myself using it in this game, and I'd rather have like a big area effect attack there. Something of the sort, at least. This might be a good time to heal. I don't think your attack's gonna reach me up here. Yeah. There we go. Get a quick hit in. Good thing I've got my nail upgrades taken care of already. Otherwise, this might get a bit problematic. What are we doing? We're expanding the arena. That might mean that there's a scary attack coming up that I need more space for. Oh my goodness, that's the like bell beast attack from the start of the game, where the bells bounce down from the ceiling. That's pretty exciting. That we're like doing a callback. Like, oh, you do 3 throws now. You spit out 3 balls of goop now. Got it. What? We're fighting both ends? That's hilarious. Hold on. That's perhaps was the wrong end of you to go after. Oh my god, that's a very silly pogo. Stay away from the bells falling from the ceiling. I'm not approaching that. I'm just not. That's that feels very silly to approach. Maybe I hit you. You're gonna do your thing. Oh, right. Those have more range than I thought they did. Okay, we get a hit off and we just run. We just run and we sit here. I should prepare to parry. Given that is what we have equipped right now. I could definitely hit your head as you're going across the top of the screen. That was a close dodge. Oh, run away. We can get a pogo off here at least. I still don't have enough silk to heal. Oh, that's crazy. I almost got hit there. That's fine. We are safe here. Double jump really just... Like, the fact that you can double jump and you can heal in midair really makes getting way to heal in some fights very easy. Whoops. That doesn't mean you can't mess up in other ways, though. Of course. You're crawling at the top of the screen. You will be now crawling at the bottom of the screen. Everything's fine. Aw, these fights would be interesting without double jump. I can't wait to try... Oh my... Wait, hold on. That's gonna be dangerous. Can't wait to try these fights without any movement abilities. That's going to be awful, I think. Dang, that's a silly pogo. Silly pogo to do above the thing that spurts out a crazy bunch of attacks. Alright, let's try that again. I'm glad to have a boss fight that I'm actually struggling with, though this doesn't seem too bad. There we go. And a nice one that does double damage on all attacks. It really felt like they ramped down the double damage the farther we got into the game, which felt weird because you get more health as you go along, so you would certainly want to start dealing you would want to make the enemies feel more difficult, you'd imagine. Oh, I forgot to put on a different silk skill. That's fine. I think I should probably try using some tools, although we will probably end up running out of shell shards if I do that too much. Right, so in the first phase you only do the 2 spits over there from that end, of course, not from the front. I wonder if I can pogo those spitballs. Those red balls of goop. Well, I wonder if those can be pogoed, and if they should be. Like, will they explode immediately on contact, or will they be launched away? I imagine they'll be launched away. That's how most things seem to function. And even some explosive projectiles, like the ones in the sword fight, can usually be... There's usually at least some purpose to hitting them. Okay, I need to hit the behind and not the front, because the front can get a bit scary. I guess the back can also, but... Oh, no! There's no way I got hit by that. That's so silly. That's so silly. Okay, you spit that to the left. That means I can get a hit in here. Okay, I stay up here and I heal. Oh! That bell almost fell on me! Let's try dodging. Let's try dodging. And we run under the bells. Everything's fine. Oh, bad spot to be. At least I got one hit off. Oh my goodness, these explosions reach far. Need to do a slightly better job at running away from those. Shockwave, your rings are not very helpful. Wow, good thing those balls never fly quite as far as they might. Oh, this isn't good. I kind of just trapped myself there in a bad spot. Okay, that's going to go to the right and now to the left. I can heal before anything else horrible shows up. I kind of wish that when those bells fall, we had a phase that where the whole ground is just covered with the worm for the whole time. Bell Eater. Yeah, where the floor is just covered with the Bell Eater for the whole duration. Did you just blow yourself up? I'm not quite sure. Ooh, let's get through there. Stay away from those walls. I need to just not let them corner me. I know they like explode just in time so that if you haven't run away from them, you don't actually fully get cornered by them, but they really do limit your mobility if you, well, end up in a position like that. Ooh, dang it! I was just gonna say I can't believe I didn't get hit there. This is a mad spot to be. Oh, never mind. It's kind of fine. Ouch. Well, I've seen better. I've seen better locations to be in. I could conceive of a better spot to be! Stay away! No! Why did I run into... Oh, this is bad. Bad spot to be. Bad spot to be. You're gonna spit goop at me? No, you're not. Actually, can I bait you to not do a goop spitting maneuver by getting close? Maybe I could. I'm so certain that I can hit your head while you're doing that up on the screen move. Ooh, that bell almost hit me there. Ooh, this is a good spot to heal. As long as I... Yeah, I was just gonna say, as long as I don't end up in that... Oh, this is a bad spot to be. Run away. Stay away from the explosion. Okay. Why did I do that? I was indecisive for a split second whether I should pogo or double jump away or like which end I'm gonna attack there. Oh my goodness. Alright, try that again. Maybe instead of Sherma's... Or what? Instead of Chakra's rings. Do I use something else? Do I want to? Cogwork wheel. I guess I'll try. I don't know. Whatever. Who knows if I'll even end up using... Oh, I didn't put on a different silk skill though. I really just... Whatever. We'll keep the parry on. We'll see. We'll see if it ends up being useful. I think most of the time I'll be gathering silk for heals anyway. This is so exciting. We're in Act 3. This is where the real Silksong begins, I think. We actually played the Silksong for the final boss. Oh, that... I don't know how you managed to get hit on that Pogo Hornet, but I'm not exactly a big fan. Okay, I can't hit those away. The rare attack where you actually can't hit it back towards the boss. I imagine those balls I could though. We should try that. We need to try smacking those balls at least once. Okay, let's try... Oh, you're not about to get hit by that, are you? Oh, well, you got hit by a part of it at least. There we go. And in the first phase, it should be fairly easy to pogo you. Oh, stay away from that. Okay, so I need to throw that attack before you fully show up. Oh, I didn't hit that in time. And that almost ended poorly for me. It's fine. It is fine. Yeah, I really probably should be using tools to deal damage. Let's get some extra hits of damage in. But I'm just... I really... Oh, stay away. Why did I do that? Okay, you spit that to the right, and then you spit that to the left, and then I get hit by it because I'm a fool. Yeah, those tail attacks I really should be way better at avoiding. I don't know why I'm not doing a good job at that at all. Whoa, watch out for the bells. Again, I'm quite certain I could poke on your head there and deal damage, but so far hasn't happened very much. Oh, that's gonna hit at least part of you. Ooh, that was close. Almost got hit by that. Again, I shouldn't be trying to jump over them. Oh, bad. That's bad. Let's heal. Because we can. Right, and that green thing on my silk spool, of course, indicates that I have that moss charm equipped that we got at the very start of the game, actually. I'm pretty sure at that point I didn't know what the green thing was for, but now we know for sure. I can hit those back at you. There we go. I should just be doing that more. Yeah, I can poke that even up at you. It's gonna kind of stay away from me then. Okay, that goes left, and then I still get hit by it somehow. Miraculous. There's no way I just took 2 hits from that. That's so silly. I shouldn't try to heal in this phase because the bells will fall on my head. And I tried to heal anyway. Whoa, I did not mean to do a pogo there. What? I just moved to the right into that attack. That's silly. That's a foolish maneuver. They're gonna be talking about that in Silksong school. Oh no. They're gonna be teaching people how not to play video game. Oh, we can get at least 1 hit off there. I can hit these back at you also. I don't think they'll deal damage, but they'll keep them away from me. Ooh, that was a close dash. Kind of felt like I should go for it, and well, then I did. Oh, I need to run away. We're gonna need to run away. Hit those back. Never mind. Didn't quite... I'm hitting them too late, is my issue. They're already about to blow up when I hit them. That's the problem. You don't want to do that. Oh, good spot to be. Well, theoretically. Dang it, dude. How do I... I'm just too close. I'm just too close when they fully get spat out. Ooh. Oh, I didn't get a hit off there. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We are one hit away from death, but that's... well... what else do you even need? 2 HP, which will lead you to dying immediately if you get hit at all. What else do you need from life? Okay, yeah, don't try to hit the red balls if they're, like, close to blowing up. You'd think that would be common sense. You are hiding? Phase 3? Like, why did you leave already? Uh-oh. Yeah, that seems like a phase transition. Oh my god, Bell Beast to the rescue! You're alive! Well, that's good to see. You just defeated the Bell Eater, didn't you? Unless phase 3, Bell Beast's gonna die. Tragedy strikes Farloom. Well, even more tragedy. New Hunter Journal entry. Bell Eater. Long dormant centipede, awoken and enraged by Farloom's crumbling collapse. A monster in the classic form of Tales from Youth. Its slaying was done as much by my fierce traveling companion as by myself. Indeed. You didn't both die, did you? No. Bell Beast is still alive and well. That's crazy. Hello, Bell Beast. Speak? Okay. I was hoping that it would be something like this and not actual speech that everyone can understand. Hold up and needle in? What? I think we're learning some sort of new skill. We hold up and we needle in. What? Tiny Bell Beasts? Oh my goodness. Oh, a massive Bell Beast chorus. Hell yeah, Bell Beast. You're alive? And you've started a family. Learn the Beastling Call. Hold up and Y, mimic the song of the Bell Beast, summon the Beastlings and return together to their mother. Bonded. Learn the Beastling Call. Okay. Oh, and can we not access that area anymore? I was gonna check to the right to see if anything was there. Objective completed. So what, I'll be finding more of you across the land now that I've... well, have I completed the flea thing? I'm not sure if I've completed the fleas, but we certainly found the fleas a new home. And, well... I wonder if we now need to be collecting you, little creatures. I can play the regular Needlin and you'll all sing along with me, I'm sure. But then if I play up Needlin... I can just summon you at my location? What, to help me? Oh! No, it's a teleport to the nearest Bellway station? Or maybe not the nearest one. Where the bell... where the actual Bell Beast is. That is awesome! I was just talking about how we don't have Dreamgate. And this isn't quite Dreamgate, but it's, well, it will certainly be incredibly useful. Because what a lot of people end up doing with Dreamgate anyway is just placing it down at a Bellway station, or at a Sancway rather, at a Sank station to quickly access fast travel. That's awesome! And I think it's a perfect, like, midway ground between not having any teleport and between just having a full teleport anywhere thing. Or, well, place your teleport point anywhere and then teleport to it thing. Yeah, wow, this is going to be incredibly useful. So I need to not forget that we can do that. Because that would certainly be silly. Aha, Needlin. Up Needlin, Beastling Call. Wow. Oh, you're so cute. You see, not everything's awful with the world. The Bell Beast is still doing just fine. How exciting. This is genuinely... wow, Act 3 is so cool. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so excited because we've been in Act 2 for so long. Okay, so I know we are meant to be going down to the chapel, but I also want to go to Bellheart. I imagine the hermit will be gone. Wait, I should have watched the cutscene. The Beastlings travel with us? That's so cool. That's so cool. Can't believe they can just show up anywhere through the ground and bring me along with them. I guess they can do that because they're smaller, so it's easier for them to somehow magically burrow through any ground. How incredible. Pavo, you don't seem too thrilled about the whole situation that I've caused. Is that town collapsed? Is my home broken? Hold on a minute. Dear resident, to see your return alive is such a glimmer of light, even as the dark descends upon us all. All these pilgrims gathered here. I had not expected so many to survive. The destruction beyond these bells suggested worse. Indeed, things should be worse, would be worse, but for your tall warrior friend, her of those shining rings who so fortunately chose our town to camp. Hell yeah, Chakra. That brave bug now acts alone to guard our town and those pilgrims who flee for it. Right, but what did she guard it against? Like, is it just the void enemies that are, stronger now? And, you know, or, well, the enemies that weren't void enemies that are now void enemies and stronger because of it. Because surely Chakra couldn't have done much against, like, a giant piece of rubble falling from the ceiling, which seems to have been a big reason for a lot of the damage in lots of these places. For her efforts, our shells have stayed safe, though how long she can remain at the task, I do not dare to consider. Stay safe, Pavo. Keep these poor bugs close and their spirits from sorrow. None shall leave these walls, dear resident, and all still are welcome, any that can be saved. Better we bugs be together here at the end of it all. Right. Even your voice acting sounds so sad and drawn out when you say. Is Hornet singing? No, I think it's just the bugs in the background. Farloom, we failed. Black threads. They really are covering the entire kingdom. Wherever the abyss of this kingdom is, it reaches really far. It's also interesting that I ended up... like, I think it was last stream or the stream before last where I just sort of randomly ended up talking about, like, I wonder how far the abyss reaches. Like, is it just underneath Hallowness or is it underneath all the bug kingdoms? And, well, given that it's, like, reaching up from below Farloom here, I think that might mean that it's just underneath everything. What am I hearing? Someone's ringing bells up somewhere. Frey, fellow resident, welcome home. The world may quake and crumble and threaten its end, but while my shell stays safe, my shop stays open. And your bell, that also needs to stay safe. Personal spa. Care to refresh yourself in a steaming spa? Given your hard labors, I'm sure your shell would thank you for it, so we can get a spa for our house. That is awfully expensive, Frey. We'll have to wait with that for a while, I think. Even if I broke open all of my rosary strings, I might not be able to afford that. Okay, we need to remember to talk to the hermit, but I think we'll do that as the last thing, because we'll be going back towards the Bellway. Oh, but we should also talk to Craig, but I guess we can do that via the Bellway. Miss Courier, what horror here! The caves shake, crying pain of hurt most savage. And see all our poor friends below, newly found, crowded inside this home of bells, hearts fast for fear. But what for you? You are here to help, yes. The deliverings, they are needed now at most. When caves turn dark, the deliverings are essential more than more. Right, Survivors Camp Supplies, where's that? And Fleetopia. I wonder where Survivors Camp is. Hold on, we'll be doing the deliveries, but not immediately. Okay, that dialogue is still the same. Whoops, did not mean to fall down here. Let's go talk to the Relic Seeker. I don't think I have anything new for, but let's have a chat.
What now? What's all that great racket? What is it?
Greetings, ma'am. It is only I. If you are disturbed by the rending of these lands, I fear some blame is mine to bear.
Blame, is it? Pah! Those who come after us can apportion blame as they see fit. For now, my collection is the only thing that matters. I must protect it.
Well, so far it seems to have strayed protected well enough.
It is my calling, it is to gather the relics of the...
wait, you've said that already. That's just classic old scrounge dialogue. Alright, well, you seem mostly unperturbed. That's good. Pliny has closed shop. I have departed to pay my respects at the graves within the Great Wood. Okay, will you return, or should I note this down that that's where I shall look for you? I mentioned this might be sort of like with Relic Seeker Lem, where you need to go see them there and then they'll be back. Or maybe this one won't be back. Pliny departed to pay respects at the graves within the Great Wood. Well, that's presumably Shellwood. I don't know that I remember any graves in there, but I'm sure we'll find them should we need to. I don't currently feel like I need to go find Pliny, although I'm curious what's happening, of course. Yeah, looks like my home is still alright. Surprising that all that shaking didn't shake any of these bells loose. Do we have anything new here? We do, apparently. Yeah, the soul things. Hermit Soul. Right, but we've already read this. It's just that now we can read it even though the item is gone. Well, of course I am quite intrigued to know what the chapel maid and the other shamans or whoever they are, what they will say. But it's just, I don't know. I'm afraid that when I go talk to them, we might advance the world state even more. Well, probably not just by talking to them. They will probably put me on a path to fixing things. But I would like to get all the dialogue from every other NPC around here also. Or, well, lots of other NPCs anyway. I wonder if we'll ever be able to translate what that one ant says in Hunter's March. Alright, let's go talk to the hermit. Although, actually, the hermit's probably not here. They're probably all waiting for us. In the chapel. Right, even the hermit's left its cave? Their cave? Yeah, you're gone. Can I enter this now that you have left? No, I cannot. That's fine. Should I go look for Pliny right now or not? At least Sherma's safe. Well, as safe as one can be, perhaps, in these times. At least Sherma's probably safe. So where was I going to go now? Craig. That's going to be Greymore. Yeah, the Bellway station is just, like, slightly to the bottom left of the halfway house, I think. So it shouldn't be too tough to get there. My goodness, the Bellway Beast has little babies that can warp us to a Bellway station from anywhere. Well, presumably not quite anywhere. I mentioned there will be some locations where the warp doesn't work. Who is this? Oh my goodness, it's Garmin and Zaza. Right, you weren't back in Songclave. I forgot about you. Whoa, what a crazy move. I think my pogo iframe saved me from getting hit by some of those. Garmin, are you even helping at all? I'm not convinced that you are. Where did you just run off to? You're running off screen, Garmin. That's pretty silly. Garmin, get back here. Are there more to fight? Ah, there are more to fight. Good job, Garmin, on knowing where everyone is. Alright, you seem quite happy.
Well met, sister. Though the beastly citadel has finally been slain, still the lands caught beneath it suffer.
The evils long done by that cursed place have sunk into the kingdom's very foundations, and now they rise up as a black sickness. No, I'm pretty sure this is a separate issue. This darkness, it is a curse deadlier than the haunting, a force from far below that will consume all if given the opportunity. But yeah, so what actually triggered this to rise up? Was it just that it sensed a weakness in the power that ruled this place before, and perhaps even kept the abyss at bay? Kept the void at bay? Or was the trap... was the void part of the trap, actually? Like, did the trap intentionally summon the void? Because we weren't explicitly told how the trap works, of course. And I guess we also didn't inquire. So it might be that the shamans intentionally set the trap up with void. Because it might be that it's the only way to really overcome a pale being like this. Because that's, of course... Or, no, not a pale being, something even more than that. A god similar to the Radiance. It seems like the void is... well, perhaps the only thing that we know that we can use to match it. Right? Yeah. Or how... Wait, how did it happen in Godhome? Because in the regular ending, what is it? Dream No More? There you, like, join with all the siblings and you defeat the Radiance, and then you all kind of drag the Radiance down into the abyss, and then you all fade away and Hornet gets left alone there. But then in the Godhome ending, what exactly happens? I'm trying to remember. Because is that the one where Bill shows up, as Mossbag's video called it? Like the weird void monstrosity? So the void, I'm pretty sure, is still involved there. But I guess at least some aspect of Godhome's power can rival the Radiance's power. Alright, a force from far below that will consume all if given the opportunity. Just so. And while wickedness still stalks these lands, our Hornlands shall not rest. Zaza and I will fight through these cursed lands until every last one of the black twisted fiends has been cut down. That's good. Well, keep doing the good work. I assume you'll have a similar song to before. There's always at least one black tendril on screen that's close enough to be affected by the Nidlin. That's pretty neat. Alright, well. That's awesome. I'm glad we still get to encounter NPCs doing their thing across the world. And well, right around near here was the first time when we saw Garmin. Oh, hello, we have a bit of a battle room, it seems. And of course you're being taken... Well, that's the wrong direction to toss that in. And of course we have some enemies being consumed by void. That didn't even kill you. You're pretty strong. Let's stay out of the range of that. They do give you plenty of time to get away, at least. More? Yeah, I figured. There's no way we stick to only that. Are the spikes also somehow, like, special void spikes? They somehow are. I don't know how, but they are. I don't know, like, they didn't look particularly dark compared to the previous spikes, but I guess they are. Have I been up here? Like, what is this room? Yeah, I have been up here. I guess that rosary just fell from one of the enemies. But surely I would have gotten it before. Unless the room has just changed. Some other person died here on their own, and that's what happened there. Whoa! That just, like, jumped off the roof there. I guess because it was so curved. Hello, more enemies? Oh, it's two of you. Got it. Oh, you're gonna get hit by that. That'll probably... Whoops. That flew at me from somewhere. Ow! It might be time to heal. It might be just the perfect time to perform a bit of a heal. Okay, stop scurrying away from me into the ground. Oh, let's not stay near these. That's a bit dangerous. Ooh, silly pogo. Silly pogo, slightly dangerous. I'm gonna die. I'm simply going to die here. Oh, that's a bit scary. Boop. Okay. Oh, no! I just jumped perfectly into that, didn't I? Oh, well. That's fine. We have a bench right near here. Well, we have a bellway right near there anyway. Let's go on a bit of a trip. We must summon the Bellway Beast back. It would be interesting if sometimes the Bellway Beast can get interrupted again. What? We have 3 now? Alright. Let's go to Greymore. And hopefully we won't fail the fight. I really started getting a bit reckless there, didn't I? This is the correct bellway station, we just need to not go down. That would be the wrong direction to head. That's nice. They even gave us a chance to like fight some of these enemies a little bit before they threw us into the arena. They didn't need to do that. Of course, not that it helped me too much, but still quite kind of them. I think I just pogoed on a background object rather than the enemy. We don't want to be doing that. We want to be dealing lots of damage to get to the later stages of the fight. Okay, at least these ones don't really have much health anyway. So we can get through them real fast. I should probably be using tools to speed some things up at least. Okay, I can maybe pogo on you. Pogoing tends to keep you a bit safer in, well, almost any fight in Silksong, to be quite honest. Pogoing just seems to be the way to go. Oh, I can't imagine using any other quest, to be honest. Like, it's going to be weird when I do a playthrough with a different quest. I just love using the Hunter's Quest so much. Oh, dodge that. There's no good reason to get hit by that, really. I was just being silly previously. Right, and that attack doesn't damage me, because it's my own thing that I tossed out. What? You just popped out of the ground? I was actually going after your friend there, I'll have you know. You didn't even need to come into play here. Oh, that's a very bad pogo. Let's heal up here. We should be safe-ish. Yeah, those don't fly very high. Ooh! You did not get hit by that attack at all. Oh, stay away from the goop on the ground. Okay, I think this is probably the last stage of the fight. I don't imagine they'll be throwing more enemies at us after this. You just kind of get a feel for that sometimes. Yeah, there we go. That would have been a bit embarrassing if I'd been wrong, but yeah, you just kind of get a sense for how the fight has been progressing, if the current set of enemies seems like they would be the final one or not. Alright, Craig. How are things faring over here? Is Nu back? What does Nu think of this whole situation? Hold on, Craig, I'm more excited to talk to Nu, actually. Nu is here. Pretty cheery still, it seems. Miss Grownup, Nu had feared that the awful rumblings of the world or sticky black threads had snatched you away from her. I have survived, Nu, and shall fight on while my strength remains. The kingdom has grown darkly dangerous, but this hearth home seems to still provide some safety. I suggest to remain here for now. Of course, Nu shall stay inside. The sickening sense of those twisted threads has spoiled the joy of my venturings. Oh. You, though, Miss Grownup, is now not the perfect time to fully complete our journal? The world rumblings will surely have scared up many creatures from their hiding places. Right, new creatures. So go and hunt and show sweet Nu what you learn. Will do. Uh-huh. Goodbye, Nu. Sometimes Nu is cute, but most of the time they're scary. Oh, traveler, with the lands outside fresh struck by fell events, it's good to see someone still surviving. This new curse proves a threat even to my strength and shell. For your own safety, barkeep, I strongly suggest you remain within your walls. Aye, well, you're welcome to do the same. Stay and watch the troubles away with a few bells of nectar. Though, given the scale to them shakes, I'm thinking it might take more than just a few. You might be right. No, I don't need a drink. Alright, so things are still alright in the halfway home. We could maybe also go check out the far fields. We could see what Pilgrim's Rest is doing. And we could take the Bellway there. But I feel like maybe we just run. I'm not sure. Because it's not that far away. And I would also like to go see Forge Daughter. I think we'll Bellway to Forge Daughter though. But yeah, Pilgrim's Rest is just this like simple drop down. Wait, is this water? Is this void water now? No, I think it's regular. I don't know if it was quite that dark before though. Not entirely certain of that. What? You're just lurking in the bushes and you're a regular enemy. You're not even a very scary one. This is so cool. I am so glad there's another section, like a whole another act to this game. Because Act 2, I don't know, it just didn't feel complete. And, well, there's a reason that it didn't. It's because it wasn't. So it all makes sense that there's an Act 3 now. I was just getting a bit weird, because up until the point where the song, where the caretaker of Songclave told us where to go and what to do, I really wasn't sure how I would unlock such a thing. Have I been up there? I must have been, right? I'm pretty sure you can climb up the right side of this room. Well, whatever. Hello. Snitch bugs over here? Hold on. Mort's not going to be happy about this. What did you do with Mort? Wait, hold on. Oh, no. Hold on a minute. Is this the consequences of my own actions? Like, if I... Did I get Mort killed by breaking open that door? I was just trying to help the pilgrims get in. To avoid having to pay the toll. Mort, you know you... Ah, dang it, dude. Like, Mort's door was broken and now everyone's dead inside? Is that what's happening here? No. Uh-oh. I really do wonder if that's different. I wonder this so much that I will write down a note. Mort's house is in ruins in Act 3. Would this still be the case if I hadn't broken the door previously? And I guess I will just write that down, and hopefully at some point I will see that, and if I haven't had it answered yet, I will remember to go check in the future when I, you know, feel like I've done everything else with the game. Now, that snitchbug kind of just fled. I don't know that I can find them again very easily. It doesn't seem that even my double jump can reach the ceiling here. But I could try entering again. Snitchbug, are you back? No. I wonder how Grindle's faring. Grindle doesn't seem too bothered by anything. They're just kind of running around pilfering for rosaries. They might be more upset by the fact that I've already managed to gather so many rosaries on my own. I don't know why I'm checking this way. This is just where the rhino beast was. And is here no longer. Oh, hello. You are still around. I imagine you drop quite a few rosaries, right? Like maybe more than a regular enemy of similar difficulty might. Ouch. And you only grab my rosaries if you do that specific rosary grabbing move, I think. Those wheels don't seem very useful in like general wide open combat. They're probably more for like a room where they can run around a lot. Or get bounced back by walls. By curved, or like slanted ceiling parts rather. It doesn't seem that they're too helpful here. Anything different here now? It might be that all these empty rooms actually do something now. There are a lot more targets this time. Unless this is a different room. What? You all just vanished? What? Did I just see you like flash here for a moment, or was that just my silk? I could have sworn I saw an ant shape just in the air there. And what is all this rumbling? You all just flee. What is that all about? Do I need to play a pattern on these? Like on these targets here? Should I demonstrate my skill by tossing stuff at them? I have a marker here, right? I do. Good. Things changing in this room at all is of course a good sign. I still don't know that I can do anything with the way things have changed here. But it's still curious. Oh, what is the... dude, I keep wanting to check all these locations. 'Cause right now I was gonna say, let me just go to Forge Order, but actually, I would also like to go have a chat with the seamstress. This is not the way you go to have a chat with the seamstress. One entrance lower. Right, but we also need to go past the fourth chorus, or actually, the last time we were here, we were fighting Savage Beastfly, not the fourth chorus. But in my heart, that's still the fourth chorus arena. Alright, seamstress. This place seems to be mostly untouched. Have you even heard the rumblings? Stray one, things were already falling grim when you last left. Now it's worse. The whole world quaking and wailing, and all stretched through with blackened strands. I don't think I see any in here. This wouldn't be your doing by chance. I am in part responsible, though no, this outcome was not my intent, and that I shall work to calm it. I knew it. Of course it had to be you. Here I was hoping you'd bring a shake-up. Instead you've brought an ending. I mean, I did shake things up. There was certainly a lot of shaking. There still is. Rumbling even. Well, move it, I say. Get to your fixing. We're all now suffering for the scale your conflict. What? For the scale your conflict. Maybe this time you act towards calmer conclusions, aye? Listen, I'm not sure, we didn't technically see what the world looked like after the, like, bad ending, or, like, the default ending. I wonder if the outcome of that was worse for the world or not. Kind of curious to find that out. Okay, I think we're fine here. If I went and talked to Eve, I wonder what they would say. And I would like to find Pinmaster Pliny also, but I think I'm not going to go all the way to Shellwood for that. We will go have a chat with Forge Daughter though. Is it faster to run there? Probably not. Probably not. The Bellway Station is quite close to Forge Daughter. This is not the Bellway Station. That's the second time that I've entered that room by accident now. Today. Within the last 5 minutes even. Alright. Have I sat on this bench? Well, I've sat on it now. Hello, Bellway Beast. Let me summon you here. Are you disappointed that I traveled to a location without your aid? I wanted to see some people along the way. We are gonna go to the deep docks. I do wonder what that courier quest, like what did they say? It was for some sort of camp that we hadn't seen before, the name of it anyway. I wonder if it's a location that we already know of. Like, is that what Bone Bottom is called now? I don't know. Wait, do you respond to me ringing the bell? I don't think so. I think you just hop around like that. Of your own accord. With no correlation to my bell. Wow! The silk speed anklets, sometimes they really just make you schmoove. I mean, they're meant to make you schmoove. They just do that. But sometimes you just have a bit of a stretch of open land and you just really see Hornet fly through there. Alright, Forge Daughter. I think you're not going to be too happy about this outcome. Oh, you're still alive. Or are you a new one? Fallow. No, I think that's the same name.
Oi, what's with all these tremors? This smelt still needs shoveling, and the shakes are only making it harder.
Any new songs? Or lyrics to the same old song? We continued the task. I'm pretty sure that's what you said before, Forge, but yeah, okay. How about you, Forge Daughter?
Oh,
Pointy Bug, you return? Our world cracks and cries from some grave new calamity. Nevertheless, we must remain fixed to this forge and its service. Ours is a duty lifetime bound. Indeed. That's about what I figured. Any new dialogue? This world may not have long, but we shall face its end still delivering our duty. Oh, you know what I just realized? I really want to talk to Maskmaker. Ah, but Maskmaker's so far away. Like, the whole point of Maskmaker is that you need to do a crazy climb to get to them. Oh. Ooh, do I want to go talk to Maskmaker? No. I imagine the world will stay this way for quite a while longer. So I think we can go talk to Caretaker. We'll go get that dealt with. Sorry, hold on. We're not moving down in the Bellway list. We're moving up to Bone Bottom. I wonder... I really should go check out that minigame room. I've been putting that off for a while. Or not putting it off. It's just... Other things, other more pressing or more important things, more interesting things have shown up. Oh my goodness. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, we need to go all the way around, but not quite. Good thing I came this way with the Bellway then. Otherwise I might have... Because if I'd run to Bone Bottom manually and then found this, I imagine I probably wouldn't have been able to break this open from outside. Okay, how are things looking? Not too great. Even the wish wall's broken. All the fixings of Flick... Wait, where's Flick? Do any of these corpses look particularly like Flick? Is the bench gone? Bench seems quite gone. Elevator's broken? No, not the elevator. Uh-oh. That's not good. I wonder what the starting area looks like now. Should I go check? Probably not. Okay, let's run to the chapel. I imagine it's this, right? We probably even have a marker here. Oh no, it's not. It's not Bonegrave. Right. It's this down below. I think I even remember that, like, location card popping up. Okay. I should sit on the bench. There's the bench right near here. I want to say, at least? Yeah, there we go. Right before you fight Moss Mother. Oh, but that entrance that they're in, I don't think we were ever able to actually enter that. Or I don't know if we even saw that. Because this is where we fight Moss Mother, I think, and then you go up. I don't know that this was an entrance we could ever take. Rosaries? Yes, thank you. I like how those, like, actually fully look like they were part of a normal necklace. We're not gonna fight you, are we? Cowards, here you hide, even as you cause your own land's demise. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this confirms that the, like, Void being in the trap was intentional, which I guess makes sense. Well, it makes the most sense as an explanation. Technically, my other idea of, like, because Grandmother Silk was weakened, the Void, like, just took the chance and rose this high to take control. Like, technically, that could have been plausible, I guess, but this is a long way for the Void to reach. It must have had some help, and it just makes sense that it would be part of the trap, because, like, what else would you put in a trap that's meant to take over a pale god like this? Cowards, here you hide, even as you cause your own land's demise. We're also playing boss build-up music, aren't we? Actually, are you, like, the main villains of the game? Is that what is going to be the case? They are the Snail Shamans. Okay, good. At least one of my ideas was correct. And it's good that I've been calling them the Shamans, then. Because, like, for the longest time, or, well, I don't know, for this current stream today, rather, I've been calling them Shamans because that was, like, the best term that came to my head. But I, like, didn't know that that was correct. I didn't even think I was correct. I even thought about saying that, like, okay, well, I probably shouldn't be calling them that, but it just, well, it was the best term. But it looks like I've been correct the whole time. They are Snail Shamans. And that's so funny, because, like, you can see that they were covering up their shell. I mean, of course, the Hermit was just inside a tube. The Caretaker of Songclave had that, like, cloak on their head. And, well, looks like the Chapel Maid wasn't quite as humpbacked, or, I don't know, the hump is the snail shell. Very interesting.
You seem displeased, old one. We only did as you asked, yes? The snare is sprung, the creature consumed.
Fully consumed? It seemed to me that they were, like... Aren't the screams that we're hearing still theirs? I don't think they're fully consumed. They're, like, sort of being held by the void, it seemed to me. I could be wrong. You bound it to that void! Is that... I don't think we've seen too many times when Hornet says a sentence with an exclamation mark. Exclaims a sentence rather than... Like, Hornet seems actually genuinely angry here.
Don't play daft. You should well know our family's fixations. Surely you had a hunch.
Did we know that the snail shamans were related to void? I guess we... I'm thinking, because you get the normal soul spells from the snail shamans in Hollow Knight. Well, from the one snail shaman and the other dead ones, I suppose. But then, no, in Crystallis Mound, there's a snail shaman that's inside a crystal, and you break that crystal, and then you get Descending Dark, I want to say. So that one, at the very least, is a void spell. But I guess we didn't know if that void, like, if it was just infused with void by void showing up and seeping into it. Maybe even the shaman was killed by the void, we don't know. Interesting. So the shamans play around with both soul and void, and I guess they are like fully dark creatures, which might also mean that they're related to void. Did we ever see void particles near snail shaman in Hollow Knight? Good question. Don't play daft, you should well know our family's fixation. Surely you had a hunch? How else could we hope to trap one of your palekin, or see her consumed with such insatiable deficiency? Yeah, I figured, like, what other choice do you have? Then you have miscalculated gravely. The White Knight, she fell with the mother. Oh, the quakes, yes? We have felt their force even here. So the mother resists the dark to save the child? Oh. Does Grandmother Silk actually care for Lace? That's interesting. That is my guess. I must descend to the void below and see clear that truth for myself. So wait, what? The trap was sprung. We, like, fully activated it. Then Grandmother Silk started, like, the void started dragging Grandmother Silk down below. Into whatever depth they were going to go. I guess the abyss, maybe. But then Grandmother Silk grabbed Hornet, of course, tried dragging us with them. And then Lace showed up, cut off Grandmother Silk's one limb, the one that was holding us, and then we fell down. Then I think they all got, like, pulled into that crazy implosion of dark goop. And now we don't know what things look like up there. And then everything started crumbling. That is my guess. I must descend to the void below and see clear that truth for myself. Oh, did they get dragged below? I don't know that I fully realized that.
Oh, how unfortunate. All of Farloom will fall to her flailing.
So it may, but I will not watch idle while it crumbles. The groaning docks beyond the caverns of bone. There I have seen a vessel able to pass below, a heavy bell built for descent. Deep docks, beyond the caverns of bone, beyond the marrow, that is. You've seen a vessel able to pass below, have you? Have we? A heavy bell built for descent, apparently. I need only gain access and an operator to assist. I will investigate the docks and uncover the means. You'd be the first in an age to dive so deep, old one. That space below remains long unseen, even to our family. So wait, we're gonna get a new area below deep docks? Is that it? I don't think, like, further towards the bottom. I don't think I expected, like, that was the last direction that I would have expected a new area to be in. I guess it's cool. We didn't have an abyss-like area in this game, but, you know, there didn't need to be one. So it's interesting that we're going that way. Because on the map, we've got places to the right, and we've got places in the upper corners of the map that seem empty. Interesting, but we're going below instead. Huh. For those depths, I am more prepared than most. I will reach the base of this land and know the truth of the disaster we together have wrought. Okay, so we're not going to fight them. The boss fight build-up music was just ominous build-up music for, well, for a spooky situation. Not necessarily a boss fight. The quakes! This collapse will take Farloom all. If the void doesn't claim it first, surely you've seen them, the black threats that rack your lands. The dark leeches up, possessed upon the fallen monarch's silk. Farloom's roads were not safe before. Now they'll prove impassable. Those pilgrims still alive in your lands best huddle and hope. If there can be another end to this, it is up to us to discover it. Even knowing her motivation, it is a shock the monarch can resist so long. We thought none could survive that void. She will have retreated within her protective form, that cocoon of thread. Even as the dark eats its outer, she will spin its silk anew. The effort would be immense, and it will strain her soul thin, but what other choice remains? This is the desperate act of a dying god, a defiance that, left unchallenged, will bring your kingdom's ruin. I wonder if at the end of the game, like, will we even end up defeating Grandmother Silk, or will they somehow become an ally? Oh, this is a bench. Enough chatting, old one. Best you get heading below. Whatever action you're planning, time is against you. Yeah, but not really, though. Like, not actually. Okay, so I can talk to all of you at once, or not at all. Oh, and you're also sitting on this bench. That's pretty neat. What do you think of? Glimmering trails? Like snail trails? Only a simple bug. Yeah, only a simple bug, I'm sure. A kingdom lost? Alright, well that's the same song that you sang before. Inspect. Flickering flame. 5 masks swirled soul. Brought and broiled. 4 stones rage baked. Crushed powder coarse. 3 shells fresh from pilgrims fallen to contain and age. Sounds like a recipe for some sort of tool, perhaps? An ability? Do I actually need to take note of what this is? And somehow, like, realize that I need to combine specific components? A note in ruined chapel near shamans. So, what does this do? Flickering flame. 5 masks, swirled soul, brought and broiled. 5 masks. I wonder if this, like, I'll have to take 5 damage, or I'll have to have 5 health for this? 4 stones, rage baked, crushed powder coarse. We didn't, like, get a recipe unlocked note or anything like that from this, so I don't know if this actually is anything, or a new quest or anything of the sort. Fresh from pilgrims fallen to contain and age. And of course, like, I don't think Hollow Knight at any point had a puzzle like this. Nor Silksong so far, where you, like, need to read a lore note and then just try to combine some random items, consumables maybe even. There never was a puzzle like that, but that doesn't mean that there can't now be one, of course. Is this really not a wall jump section? I'm gonna add a marker here, that's too suspicious. Never mind, we don't even have a properly visible map here, because this is an indoor area. Well, very exciting changes are taking place in Farloom. I think I will run all the way to the beginning real quick. Just to see if this looks any different. Oh, and I guess I can, you know what, hold on. I'll go talk to Eve first. I'm quite curious. You are also getting consumed by Void, and you're a bit less green after that. I can't believe we have a freaking way to just end up at a bellway immediately, should we want to. Just a warp out. It's quite nice. What's to the right here? Did I ever get anything from that room? Because apparently I've been to the right here. I just don't know if it has any purpose. Hello, Eve. I can hear you singing. Have I always been able to hear you sing from so far away? Are you a void creature, Eve? No, you look more like the figures that we've seen. Wait, yeah, hold on. This is the same mirror. The same kind of mirror. Sorry to interrupt your singing. This is the same kind of mirror that we saw here in the exhaust organ. And we've maybe seen it elsewhere, but you, like, the same kind of mirror, and I think you're the same kind of figure that was in there, and you're perhaps even the same kind of creature that Widow was. Interesting. Okay, hello. I think it's the same kind of mirror anyway. Lady, so you live still. This is good. I had felt the conflict commence, pale hearts ablaze, and the sudden will of darkness after. I am sorry, Eva. Oh, you're Eva, not Eve. I had hoped to slay the monarch, and was near achieving that goal, but the situation has become complicated. Now all of Farloom threatens to fall. Yeah, like, even if we deal with a void situation, how are we gonna rescue it from just collapsing? But I can sense it in you, lady. You have not yielded to despair, so some hope must still remain. I don't know if hope remains, but we're gonna investigate for sure. Slim hope, I suspect, but true, there may yet be a way through this disaster. I shall pursue that goal with whatever strength remains. Then allow me to continue to aid you as I can. Mine might be a small contribution, but I shall provide it eagerly. Lady, Farloom's time grows short. If you are able to further expand your nature, I urge you return to me. Okay, so we haven't quite reached that point yet. But you did still have a new dialogue, so I'm glad I came here. Any power I possess, I shall grant it for your aid. My thanks, Eva. Yeah, okay, got it. Have we ever played the needle in for you? I don't know that we have. This form's so fragile, our silken sight, our senses limits, this life confined. It's interesting, because Eve doesn't seem, like, happy about being trapped here, but they seem to understand and agree that it's the right thing. Maybe they're not trapped here for, like, other people's safety, but for their own? Because they said this form's so fragile. Maybe that's what that means. Should I sit on this bench? Probably not. I just want to check this right room, because obviously the marrow and the deep docks are, like, in general, the next area that we're going to investigate. Mostly the deep docks, but we're going to pass through the marrow, and I just want to see what this direction holds for us. Has this always been crumbling quite this much? Probably not. Is this a void tendril in the foreground? It sure is. Also, surely the fact that they respond to my needle in playing will be relevant somehow. Oh, I'm curious what Styx would say. Oh, right, this was just a short little platforming section, I remember. I remember grinding Hunter's Journal entries off of these claw guys in the ceiling. I don't remember what they're called. I'm gonna keep calling them bellflies, even though they're not very much like bellflies, but the way they lurk in the ceiling, that is quite similar. What did this say? This low her gaze escaped. Prepare, sisters. Weave hope anew. Yeah, sisters again. I think that even more confirms that Eve is similar to that creature in the organ exhaust. That we might break free this accursed web born of our naive foundation. Have I noted this down? This low, her gaze escaped. I have noted this down. Whoops, and now I closed my Silksong notes. That's a bit of a silly maneuver. Where is Silksong? General Silksong notes. There we go. Yes. I don't really think I have a thorough idea of the lore at all. But I'm noticing some connections. I might not be doing the best job at that, but... I'm connecting a few dots. They're not forming an image for me at all, but... some dots are connecting somewhere. Some brain cells are putting in a little bit of work at the very least. Okay, so what I wanted to drop down to the beginning area, right? Oh, I remember this. We did like an enemy pogo here, I think. Of course, entirely unnecessary. Almost all of our enemy pogos were entirely unnecessary. We only skipped stuff for like 10 seconds. As in, like, you know, we skipped to places that we were about to get to in like a couple seconds or a couple minutes anyway. However, not so in Hunter's March. In Hunter's March, we made quite a bit more progress. Right, well, let's actually use our needle in to warp back to a bellway station, shall we? And you know what's interesting? This time, of course, like unlike the Dream Nail, this one doesn't consume a resource every time you warp, or not a permanent-ish resource. I mean, I guess Essence isn't a permanent resource in Hollow Knight, because enemies can drop it on rare occasions when you just kill a regular enemy. But like the entire reason that they do that is so that you can keep using the Dream Gate. Wait, why did I leave? Actually, no, I'm fine with leaving. We're going to run over there manually. We, of course, have no bench and here now. Is there any way I can even make it up there from down here? I think not. So the elevator is just broken. Interesting. Well, we have other ways up there. It's just slightly less convenient than the elevator. Oh, you know what I wonder now? Optional bosses, like that mole boss to the top left of Bone Bottom, for example. If I hadn't defeated them in the early game, would they have, like, been taken over by Void? And would they now be, like, an extra challenging version of that boss? That's an interesting enough question that I'm going to write it down. Would, early game bosses have become... have what? Become? Is that correct grammar? I don't care. Have become consumed by Void, or enhanced by Void, if I hadn't defeated them before Act 3. Oh, this is so exciting. I cannot wait until Board Guy reaches Act 3. I can't wait to share thoughts, but I'm pretty sure Board is, well, decently far away from it still at the very least. I can't believe that that ending didn't give us completion percentage either, but I guess that's fair. I think, well, now at the very least it makes perfect sense why Act 1, whoops, why Act 1's ending, or no, not Act 1's ending, why like the regular default ending to Act 2 didn't give us the completion percentage, because that would have been a massive spoiler, because presumably it would have revealed that there's just so much more left in the game. And that certainly would have been quite spoilery. Even though, again, most people probably would have been guessing, wow, you just deal double damage for fun. I'm surprised that we haven't seen many things dealing triple damage. I think like one attack did that, and I'm not even quite so sure of that. We've been up here. There might be a new fight there. I think we fought, what, Skull Tyrant up there? And then we later fought Skull Tyrant again when they showed up to destroy, thingy place. What's it called? Bone Bottom. Well, it's not called that anymore, probably. It just had a few more bones added to its location. Is it? I mean, I'm guessing it's called Bone Bottom simply because of being located near the marrow and on these giant bones and all. But it would be funny if it were also called Bone Bottom because the village like keeps getting destroyed and then it gets built up again on the bones of the previous inhabitants. Well, the minigame's gone and also everything's kind of crashed. Wait, but does that mean that you'd miss out on this minigame if you didn't do it in Act 2/1? I don't know if you can do it in 1. Did we do this in 1? I'm not sure. If it was in Act 1, then it was very late Act 1. Well, in any case, the bench is still accessible, but... They didn't exactly thoroughly clean up after themselves, so they might have died here. And like the prison-y parts of this, can we access those? Actually, we should explore. You know what's interesting? This here was an item pickup. And I imagine that's why it has been left accessible. In case you somehow miraculously didn't end up here previously, you can still get here in Act whatever this is. And maybe you could even come here and rescue Grindel still, if you somehow hadn't done that yet. That's another interesting question. If you don't rescue Grindel early on in the game, would you encounter Grindel in these later locations? Like, would Grindel find some other way to escape from here? Or would you just completely miss those interactions? And, well, if you can miss those interactions like that, have I missed lots of other interactions by simply not doing some sort of early game thing that I could have done? Wow, you just deal double damage for fun. Wait, also, did I have some sort of void effect going on? Oh, that's a void clump up there. I'm pretty sure I just heard Garment. Didn't I? Sounded like Garment to me. Or someone. That actually almost sounds like Zote. No, it's Garment. I guess Garment does have slightly Zote-ish vibes. Hello, can I just push you into lava? Yeah, there we go. Watch out for the goop, Garment. Oh, you're immune. Somehow. Hello, are you content with this defeat? You are.
Ha! Well met, sister. The task of hunting down these black twisted fiends is no small one, eh? Still, we must not rest. Not while the cries of the innocent echo from every corner of the kingdom.
Indeed. Well, hold on. I would like to fight that clump of angry goop up there. Uh-oh. You seem like you might be a little bit scary. What? I can't hit you very well from here. I could pogo up using you, but I would rather heal before I go deal with that. Is your flint also, like, covered in void goop? Oh, it sure is. This isn't what healing looks like. Okay, but overall your pattern is still the same. I think you really simply just deal more damage. What, did you yell that out because you saw this enemy that I was fighting? You're not even looking this way. I guess you're just showing support. I don't know. Okay, I want to go defeat those void tendrils. Because... Well, we want to get a Hunter's Journal entry, and we haven't been seeing them around in too many places. And I'm not even sure, like, I don't think they respawn. Oh, dang it. I don't think they respawned in the other location at the very least. Because I sat on Cardenas' bench and then left the room, and then the void goop didn't respawn, so there might be only, like, a very few places in the world where they show up, and you might need to defeat them everywhere. Oh, don't fall off, though. Woo! Slightly scary platform to do this fight on, though. That's fine. We can dodge these pretty easily as long as I'm prepared. Which, well, I see no reason not to be. Dang it. I'm just throwing most of the time, it seems. Do you just always alternate between these attacks? It seems like you do. It's one attack and then the other. That's pretty simple to account for. Well, I say while taking lots of damage from all of it. Oh, I still haven't been doing much parrying. Whoa, the void does not like defeating moss clumps. That caused a lot of rumbling, to be honest. Okay. Where have I gone now? The marrow. That is the direction we were going. Okay, we're just in an upper path. Is this an arena? I think it was, but it isn't now. I keep thinking that an old arena might get activated again because of, well, the whole situation going on. I need to be careful about running into enemies, actually. Because most of them... Whoops. Most of them deal double damage. Even more so than they did at the start of the game now. And, well, I only have 2 health at the moment. Oh my goodness, I'm still, I'm honestly giddy with excitement. We're in Act 3. There is an act where you just go through all the areas, but everything has changed. And it's kind of neat that, like, this whole world that you've explored so far just had this crazy disaster fall upon it. And Sherma's having to take crazy amounts of responsibility up there in, yeah, I definitely remember what that place is called. Oh my goodness. Songclave. Been interesting seeing Sherma's growth, and I so desperately wish that I hadn't seen... I desperately wish that I hadn't seen that thumbnail. And again, it could have been nothing. It might have been like an inside joke. Maybe they just don't like Sherma. They were like, ah, Sherma, you're here as well. I don't know. Because, like, currently I still don't see how Sherma's gonna betray us. Like, yeah, Sherma's been getting more serious, but Sherma still seems quite a big fan of us. I don't know. Like, will they get taken over by Void? They could. Yeah, I don't really know what to make of it. Oh, we're gonna go to Forge Daughter. Is that where we saw the bell that Tornet talked about? Perhaps. Okay, wait, why am I climbing up? We have a bench down here. Wouldn't it be crazy if the lava got, like, taken over by Void? If we had dark lava? And it dealt 4 damage instead of 2 when you fall into it? Alright, hello, Forge Daughter. Uh-oh. Everything's seeming a bit spooky here all of a sudden. Forge Daughter, these black quakes that now rack your lands, I am seeking to see them quelled at their source, below the lakes of flame. You wish to descend so deep, Pointybug. It is true these docks possess a craft capable. Alas, we ourselves cannot help. Whether Farloom's health or fall, our charge ties us to this forge always. Ballo there is the bug to ask, and if our fate is as dire as your action suggests, we are sure he's only needing of some quick convincing. Alright, well that's neat. Mm-hmm. Will do. Hold on, isn't there something... I want to see Grindel, what? I want to see the thing that I wrote down for Grindel. Because early on in the game, Grindel sold hints for money. And then I paid for 1 hint, I think, for 10 rosaries. We didn't pay for any more, but then Grindel said something. And I want to see what they said exactly. Beneath here and further on, burly bellheads have a big, hot, gleaming hive. And there's a big gate locked up. And I'm just... I'm not sure. If, like, have we already passed that gate? Big, hot, gleaming hive. Like, are they just talking about the deep docks? Beneath here and further on. Grindel would have sent that here. So I guess that might just apply to the deep docks, and they wouldn't have been talking about wherever we're about to head now. Okay. Well, hello, Ballo. Sir, I have need to head below the lakes of flame. There is a diving bell at the base of the structure that seemed fit for the task. I require it opened and an operator to send it deep. As one of few upon these docks with mind still sound, that role must fall to you.
Can't you see I'm busy, miss? Ain't got time for naught else while the shoveling needs doing.
Choose to aid me, or all your efforts will soon be wasted. This kingdom crumbles. Its collapse is inevitable. If you wish for your work and your life to continue, you must help me now.
Urgh. So it's gotten that bad, eh? I guess. If that's how it is, I'll be your bug. Meet me below, at the diving bell. We'll see if I can get you ready for the drop.
Alright. I'm assuming you'll teleport away there and I'll have to go there manually? Or will we get taken too? Nope, we have to go there manually. Aha, now I get to take your position as Forge Daughter's assistant. You say anything now that Ballo has gone? We hope Ballo serves you well, Pointybug. In our long time serving these docks, he's the finest assistant we've found. Should we let Ballo wait a while and instead travel all the way up top left to Mount Fae? And I'd like to see what the fleas say also. I'm kind of afraid that the state of the world will change if I'm too eager in completing this quest. And I imagine this isn't actually time. Oh, look at that. I even have a marker here. Ah, I remember that. I remember this location. Yeah, there was something that seems to require a key or yeah, some sort of thing. Well, good thing Hornet realized what that was and remembered to, well, put 2 and 2 together that that's going to lead to some sort of secret underground lava area, because I sure didn't figure that out. If this were Hollow Knight, I think you, like, would have to figure it out on your own. Same way as you do have to figure out where, like, as you have to figure out where to take the King's Crest in Hollow Knight. Okay, but honestly, I really do think that I'm gonna go take a detour, and a decently long detour, all the way to Maskmaker, and then perhaps also to Flealand. Oh, I could have warped here. Whatever, it's fine. I don't mind running a bit. I like seeing the void tendrils in all sorts of different contexts, and here they're even like a bit out of focus. And in the foreground of some lava. Like I just think that looks neat. Okay, well, do I go... Which way do I go first? Putrefied ducts. You know what? Why not? I just happen to be hovering above it, so we'll go there first. And then we'll go to Mount Fae. Oh, I should watch this cutscene with all the little bell beast babies. Wouldn't it be awesome if, like, they grow up slowly over time, so eventually every station just has a bell beast waiting there? So that you don't have to, you know, summon the bell beast. I doubt that will happen. That doesn't seem likely to me. But it would be cool. Should I? Nah, I could put on my, like, anti-maggot bracelet, but oh my god, I forgot about the barn axe. The area variety is really quite crazy in Silksong. I should have taken that upper path. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Does not matter very much at all. We can simply run through here, and hopefully we shan't get hit by any... Oh, watch out! Oh, what? There wasn't a Barnack there? I was, like, really trying to take care of the Barnack before I ran into it. Okay, but surely there's a Barnack to the right somewhere here. Yeah, there you are. I should just look at the ceiling. And then we run through here, and we should be reaching Flea Town in just a moment. Yeah, there we are. Has the rumbling affected you? I brought you to a safe cave. Did I, like, then collapse it in on you? No, you seem quite safe and sound, to be honest. Well, that's neat. Hello.
So, Bucknut Flea, you return. World is ruined. Final end comes soon, says Fleamaster.
This land is gravely wounded, but death need not follow. It is now my task to free this kingdom from its darkfall.
Grr, such words are just fancy. Nothing left now except to protect what little we have.
Well, I'm protecting, but more than just what little we have. I'd say we have more than little. You do not want my learnings? No, I will want them later. It's just I imagine we could try finding the fleas on our own first. We're not quite desperate for your advice yet. What do you say, Gret?
My treasured guest, what need have I of rosaries now that all is ending? Please use my spa carriage free of charge. Dear Krat is only too happy to provide.
Indeed. Flea Master? So many lost fleas have made it here. Oh my goodness, that scream. Truly, I never dared to hope we could gather such a grand company. But oh, the world has grown so dangerous, and there may be more lost fleas out there. I do so hope they can find their way to us. Indeed. Well, we'll try to find them. I hope we're not in a rush to find them before we manage to complete whatever this current predicament is. Because I imagine we might not do that. I might not be too motivated to focus on fleas before we get the next ending. And presumably the final ending. I imagine we'll get it, and then we'll do some more 100% stuff, and then we'll get the ending again, is what I'm thinking, maybe. Grishkin. Our travels have end. What? Our travels have end, and now soon the world will also have end. At such bitter of times, brew with friends is most sweet. I have no need of your brew, Grishkin. Well, good that the fleas are alright. Now that thing in the top right part of this room. Oh, hello. You're still alone, Vodka. Those great rumbles from beneath. They have sound similar to giant beast. Such beast is much sorrowful, though, I am think. Fleas and monsters alike have their troubles. I guess so. What did this lore say again? I know this is probably like the 4th time that I'm checking this, but just out of curiosity. Sisters, again, sisters spiders, watch these waters flow, cleansing, binding, as silk from shell, memories of our kingdom calm. Yeah, who was writing these notes? Do we think that was Lace? Going around writing these notes in all these significant locations? I don't know. Would Lace be in a position to call these other Weaverling people sisters? It seems to me that Lace is younger and perhaps of lower status, even though... Well, I don't know. Maybe not in the current state of the kingdom. That lower status thing, because obviously all those Weaver people... Well, at least most of them were usurped and out of favor now. Yeah, like this thing here. I was very curious if maybe all the rumbling might have collapsed that. That's why I came to check this again. But that seems to not be the case. That's fine. Well, we have visited the fleas. Oh, my goodness, I can't speak. I no longer need to do the run back here. The caves quake black, blah, blah, blah. Home found safe. So briefly known. Okay, they do have custom dialogue for this. But I have already warped to the Bellway station. So, we head over to the slab, right? We don't have a direct passageway to the Mount Fae? Yeah. So, we just do a quick run to the Mask Maker. I wonder if we'll take a different path than we took during the courier quest. Oh, maybe... before I go do the diving bell, maybe I also want to do the career quest just to see what they look like. They shouldn't take too long, I'd imagine. Hold on, where's the bench? It should be over here, yeah. I know we just sent poor Ballo over there. We could have left Ballo to their work while we go on our business here. But of course, I don't think it actually matters. I don't know. Maybe they will comment on how long we took. That would be quite funny. But I imagine overall it should be fine. Yeah, they say that you have a time limit, but when do you ever actually have a time limit with, like, focusing on the main quest in a game? Not very often. There are some examples, of course. But usually they say, oh wow, it's so urgent, we need to go save the world immediately, and then you run around doing side quests for 50 hours. That's how things usually go. And I somehow imagine that it's going to be the same here. Dang it. That is actually quite interesting, though. In Hollow Knight, I don't think you're ever told that you have time pressure, are you? I guess maybe when you... maybe at the point in time when you first infect the crossroads. Maybe then something will give you a sense of urgency. They might say like, uh-oh, the infection's spreading, you're gonna want to hurry. Otherwise it'll take over everything. Do they... Is that ever implied, or more than implied even? I'm not sure. Oh, we can do this climb. We determined this last time. I'm not sure if going up from here... Oh, hold on, I forgot that you exist. Well, I mean, I can go over you, probably. Are you even in void mode? You're not. Is anyone here taken over by the void? The void might not have reached up here. I guess it would have had no particular reason to go all the way up to Mount Fae. It's really quite out of the way and nothing... And, like, chunks of the Citadel wouldn't even fall onto here. So I think Mount Fae may have been spared. Does the Mask Maker even know what's happening? They very well might not. Whoops, didn't mean to attack that lamp. It's fine. Okay, so we do this. Just a simple little claw line jump up. Oh, I didn't remember that this climb... Yeah, this was the place where we needed to claw line. Down there we didn't even need it. But it's fine. No problem at all with using the claw line for in platforming a bit more than we might otherwise. Hold on, I can certainly climb up using you, right? If you tell me that I can't, I will... Yeah, there we go. I would be shocked and appalled and surprised and... well, enthralled would rhyme here, but it doesn't really make sense in terms of its meaning. Oh, I have messed up that little jump there. Well, as far as jumps go, I guess it's not that little. But for Hornet, with the amount of movement that we have currently, quite a silly little insignificant jump to mess up, I would say. Alright, Mask Maker. The journey here really didn't take that long. I don't mind the climb. Hello, have you got anything to say? Late you are, and already a mask, already a face. It is for those without that I must carve. Until caverns collapse, the masks must be made. Okay, is this dialogue changed now? Did you talk about caverns? To exist, to die, a face is needed. It is the essential thing. So mostly your dialogue is unchanged, I think, but it might have some references. Our world cries its end, but the mask still must be carved. Yeah, okay, no, all of that was changed. It was like mostly the same lines, I think, but then had some reference to everything being broken and dying. Wait, I need to just warp back to the Bellway station. Sorry to summon these poor Bellway beast babies all the way over here, but they seem to not mind. I don't know what I'm basing that statement off of, but I sure did just say it, didn't I? So, we've checked that. I mean, if we're doing these things, I guess I might as well also go to Shellwood and find Pliny. I don't know that... Oh, what about Krull and Benjin? Do I want to go talk to them? I guess we have a Bellway station... What, the Bilewater one is sort of close-ish to them. Okay, fine. We're going on a crazy quest to talk to everyone that we possibly could care to talk to. Bilewater, there we go. Bilewater Bellway station. Up next. So we... Well, maybe I'll sit on this bench. Though again, it really doesn't matter. We can kind of just warp wherever we wish now. Well, not quite. We can warp to any Bellway station, but that means that... Oh, hold on. Oh, I would rather not fall down here. This is good. Actually, hold on. I want to look at that lore entry again. We've kind of been revisiting those today. So I wouldn't mind having another quick little needle in session with that tablet that we saw. If only I could... There we go. Yeah, that looks very much like the one that Eva is in, right? And that shape? Somewhat similar, at least. She spun us to fade. Why us, sister? She spun us to fade. I think this is what Lace is saying, right? It must be. She spun us to break. So I think whoever was in here is dead or like deactivated. And Lace was at some point here, just kind of visiting all these places and mourning them, I want to say. And then these creatures are similar to Lace, creations of Silk, which would also go together well with what we know about Eva, is that they were some sort of construct or creation of Silk, rather than a fully natural being. Yeah, so I think that makes quite a lot of sense. There we go. We can exit through here. I really maybe should have put on my anti-maggot bracelet, but also doesn't really matter. We have so much health. Although, that might be less true now. That enemies deal more damage because of the void. Oh, what are these roaches gonna be like when we're all voided up? Or well, rather when they are all voided up. Potentially scary. Potentially quite scary, I would say. Oh, hello. You are not in void mode, though. That's surprising. Oh, Styx! I also wanted to go talk to Styx. Oh, but I should also talk to Huntress. Oh my goodness, so many places to go. We really have some insane movement by now. Hold on. Actually, is it faster to go talk to you and then go talk to Styx? I think so. I'll go down first. I think it's faster to like quickly pop by here and then come back, rather than run all the way to Styx and then somehow find our way here again. Oh, I want to see Chakra though. Hold on. Where's Chakra? We know Chakra's like defending, not Bywater, Belhart. Oh, dang it. That's... Can't believe I didn't make that. How are you not being... Huh, I guess the void's just not here. I wonder if Krull and Vengeance will even have any reaction to what's going on then. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Chakra, because we didn't see Chakra in Belhart. We were just told that Chakra's apparently protecting the town. Krull and Benjin? Sounds like you're sleeping. Hello? Or are you dead? Like, am I seeing your corpses here? Or is this a meal that you were eating? Krull and Benjin are gone. We'll note that down. Whoops. Apparently I didn't activate Obsidian. Krull and Benjin. Surely I have a note for you. Yeah, there we go. Slightly root bugs. Helped us with a root affliction. Abortion thing. And now we also want... yeah, they give us like spines to get the root out of us. And we also want to write down that they're gone. Gone now in Act 3. Dead? It's so cool. There's like there is an Act 3. Act 3 is real. There's a real Act 3. And it's crazy. It's different than Act 1 or Act 2 were. I mean, I guess they're all different. The acts are all different. This is even more different than the other ones were, perhaps. You might say. I'm saying it now anyway. Oh, you're kidding me. I would have made it up if only I held right. Hold on, I can also just manually get over here. Yeah, none of these enemies have been affected by anything at all. If I play the needle in... Locks tight. Oh, dang it, whatever. Should I go rest on this bench? Maybe I should. There's no way. There's no way it just happened. What? There's no way that just happened. I'm pretty sure I just skipped a word in that sentence. Oh, we love doing that. No! Wait, I didn't get maggoted. I think this is like the third time that's happened where I like touched my toe into the water, but it didn't quite affect me. That's pretty neat. There's spikes down here. We didn't quite go far left enough. That's fine. The location where we died isn't that unfortunate. We're going to be mostly passing by it anyway. I'm still curious about the wraiths, because like if you hadn't... oh, dang it. Watch out. If you hadn't gotten... If you hadn't gotten the Hunter's Journal entry for the wraiths already, and now the mist is just inaccessible, how would you have gotten it? I'm very curious if you'll be able to encounter them elsewhere. Or if they will simply just not require it for completing the journal. Okay, this is much better. Oh, I thought that was a pogoable background object. It was not. Okay, let's go back there. I'm not going to bother with that bench. We're full health and our current bench is recent, or decently close anyway. Oh my goodness. I combined decently and reasonably. And ended up with recently. Oh, Garmin's over here. Hello. You're not fighting that big guy, are you? No, you're not. You're just chilling.
Ha ha. Oh, sister, what a toll it exacts on us. This endless combat. Certainly when peace finally comes, we will be in the right mind to appreciate it. I think Garmin might be dying at some point. You place too much burden upon yourself, sir. Though I share your ambition to flee this land from its curse, I counsel you to rest, even if only for a short while. Us, rest? While you, my dear sister, fight on so gallantly? Ha, we cannot.
What would our old village think of us were we to quit our charge? No, regardless of what you may believe, there's strength enough still in these old shells. We must press on, there is so much more for us to do. Well, carry on then. Don't blame me if you die. Wait, what's that up there? Oh, that's just a normal chain. I don't know why I thought it looked like an NPC for a moment. I must have just imagined it. This is not the correct direction to go. Okay, so we're gonna go talk to Styx. We're also gonna go talk to Huntress. We're gonna go... What? We're gonna try to find Pliny and maybe Chakra in Shellwater? What? No, it's not Shellwater. It's Shellwood. Styx? Oh no. Oh no! This is not good. I thought we'd find a bench here. Yeah, and the void does consume our silk. I was curious about that, because I could have sworn that when I was fighting some sort of void thing previously, that I wasn't gaining nearly as much silk as I thought I should be. Oh, that's gonna hit me. Okay, yeah, hold on. I wasn't ready at all for there to not be a bench here. I imagine Styx is hiding, though, and not dead. Styx is probably hiding the same way as before. But our freaking Silk Eater production machine has been destroyed. That's a bit unfortunate. I mean, we have max Silk Eaters anyway. We've even picked up at least one Silk Eater since we maxed it out. So we've wasted one pickup. It would almost be nice to end up in a situation where we need to use them. Or like, I wish we could sell them maybe, or something like that. Though Act 3 may very well provide us a good reason to use Silk Eaters. We don't know how tough things are going to get. So look, I don't know, even if they make things really tough in terms of boss fights or even regular enemies, like most of the time you can still manage pretty well without ever needing to use a Silk Eater. Oh my god, you're kidding me! No. Oh no. I might want to grind some silk off of some of these simple enemies here. Yeah, like you, for example. So, oh no! You're being affected by void. That means we run away and we come back. Maybe I really maybe should have put on my roach thing, or my anti-maggot move rather. Run away and bind. There we go. So this is mostly all that we need. Oh, actually, when you get taken over by the goop. No, not like this. Hello? Are you about to get infected? Please. I must perform an experiment on you. It's got to be scientific experiments for the lot of you. Oh, stay away. Ah, thank you. Play the needle in. Are you even affected by it? You are not, and you deal a bunch of damage. Alright, fine. I see how it is. I must now attempt to heal all over again. Yeah, you do that like void tendril spitting out move that I think, what is it? The Pure Vessel does that for sure in Hollow Knight. Maybe some other creatures. I haven't seen these mites get void tendril yet, but perhaps that's simply because whenever I aggro them, they get defeated so fast, or I just ran past them. Oh my goodness, watch out for the roaches. Wait, this is the wrong room. Oh, watch out. The funny climbing roach. Oh, what? You still bit me? I thought I pogoed on you safely. Never mind then. Can't get silk off of you. Well, do I go in there with 3 health missing? Ouch. Or now. You're not falling into spikes, are you? Oh, goodness me. I'm really throwing. And you're already dead. That means I can't get health off of you either. Oh, that's great. Just make sure you don't fall into the maggot goop. That would be the worst state to be in as we go to fight whatever's happening in Styx's room. Alright, give me my silk back. Now, let's take things a bit more slowly. I can maybe fight you one by one even. Oh, and also, surely I can throw... That's the bad location for it. Although not the worst, I'm sure. I imagine we want you to get hit by that poor pillar. Okay, I pogo you. You're gonna now shoot your projectiles. And we get a couple more pogos in. I guess I don't need to pogo you, but... Well, I'm doing it right now. There we go. Let's actually make use of our tools. Bench. Sticks. Anyone? Oh. More fight? No. Okay. It's just the goop that got removed. Sticks? You're alive. Yeah, I knew you would be. Wait, what's this? Raw summons. Scrawled missive on tattered black rag. Defiler dark. Attend home wheel. Are they calling some sort of dark defiler to attend the home wheel in Crawland? Or are they saying that there's some sort of dark defiler who we need to deal with? Like, is the dark defiler being summoned, or are people being summoned to deal with them?
My mistress has returned to me. Under her protection, I have no fear of the slithering black strings. How the world trembles in their terrible grasp. In such times, only the mighty survive, and those who loyally serve them. I cannot remain here to protect you, sir, but know that my aim is to cut this land free of the black threads. In the meantime, you should concern yourself with your own safety. I hear more than your words, mistress. I hear your true desires pulsing within you. To see them met, I will continue to toil for you, always.
I really don't need more Silk Eaters, like, we're fine.
While you stalk through the black ravaged world, more cells will I grow. For the promise of what my mistress will become, I will toil, always.
I think you just like working, to be quite honest, Six. Which I don't really have an issue with. Keep producing the Silk Eaters, it's just I might not be here to pick them up. Well, that's cool. Styx has been visited. We want to go visit the Huntress. Do I warp back for that? Apparently, I should also visit Craw Lake. We're quite close to it. Yeah, we are very close to it, actually. Are we still... Like, are we quite certain that there's no secret entrance to there? Because, like, these really are just so close to each other. Did I have double jump when I was last here? Can I, like, maybe get up through this crumbling ceiling bit? No, it doesn't quite seem like it. Styx, what are you hiding up there? Like, do you have access to Craw Lake from here? Should I go there again and see if I can make a connection? Maybe I should. I think I will. It sounds like I'll have to be going there anyway. Okay, so that's the plan. Though, first of all, we'll warp back to a Bellway. I want to still explore Shellwood, and I also want... I want to go visit Huntress. I'm curious what they will say. So, Huntress is located in this area. Still don't know if that ever is going to connect. Oh, so I should just go back to Putrefied Ducks. I should not have left that place so eagerly. That's fine. We're gonna be back there in just a quick little Bellway journey, which we can even skip. And I don't think the Bellway Beast minds. It would be interesting if there were a cooldown for Bellway Beast uses. Like if you use it really fast 10 times in a row, then they get a bit tired or mad at you, and they don't feel like taking you anywhere. That would be kind of interesting. Okay. In any case... Yeah, we can get back here really quick. And I should check that top left corner too. Hello? Anybody home? It's sounding like a no to me. Okay. Well then, what did I do all that helping for if you're gonna die anyway? I'm not sure that you're dead. I don't think we saw your corpse there, but... Listen, we got a whole bunch of... We killed a whole bunch of bugs for you, to be honest, so that you could avoid getting eaten by your babies. So for you to just get killed by some crumbling rubble now, sounds quite silly. Hold on, where's? I swear there was a Barnack somewhere along the way there. How come it didn't eat me? Hello? What about you? Why did you just crawl all the way back here? Whoa, I cut that really close. Okay, it's fine. Okay, Barnacks. Okay, you were still around. I thought so. Man, that one section where we like use the Barnack to climb up a section, that was very fun. What a neat idea. Alright, let's check this top left corner, although this place doesn't seem like it's crumbling all that much. Yeah, nothing's changed really. That's fine. Alright, take me back. Bellway Beast babies. Some nice alliteration going on there. Noom. And they really can just kind of show up anywhere. Or so far they've been able to anyway. Now, what? Explore Shellwood? We'll try to see if we find Chakra. And of course we also have a summons. Could I take that summons to someone else? I don't know, like, should we just go to Craw Lake on our own? Or should we bring that to someone? I don't know. I can't really think of anyone we would bring that to. So, we need to look for who? Not Chakra, we need to look for... Pliny. Pliny's gone to a grave in here, haven't they? Do we know of a location where a grave would be? Locations such as that are usually marked at least slightly on the map. Like the Mantis grave in Hollow Knight. There's typically at least some indication. It might be right here. What did this lore thing say again? And I should pay attention to the figures also that show up. Never mind, no figures show up here. Sister Spider Husk bound to branch. Watch over these bugs passing safe, warded by fear. No longer your meal. Is this talking about Sister Splinter? I previously thought that it was. But like, Sister Splinter didn't seem anything like the other Silk creatures. It doesn't seem like it would be a sister of the Weaverling beings, of the Silk creatures, Silk life forms. Yeah, not quite sure what that means still. A grave in here. To the left down here, that's a little bit of a marked location, but we just fought that like rosary flail flinging fella. Flail flinging fella. We just keep going at it with alliteration, aren't we? Oh. We made... Hey, I remember this climb, actually. We did the courier quest here. Actually, speaking of courier quest, that's another thing that I wanted to do, wasn't it? We wanted to see what that, like, pilgrim hideaway or whatever it was called. What we can do there. Hello, you're... Oh, you're Pliny. Pliny is right here. Good thing I came here. Hold on, Pliny. You might want to watch out. I'm about to toss some things at you. Right, yes, of course you deal double damage. How else could things go? Okay, hopefully you're not killing Pliny off screen. Hello, Pliny. Ah, dang it. You're not Pliny. You are the one bothering Pliny. Okay, more enemies. Oh, I should also remember... Oh, dang it. What? Where'd you come from? I don't know that we've heard this music before. Or at least not before act... Oh my goodness, you also spit goop stuff. Got it. Wrong direction to toss that. Completely the wrong direction. I would like to heal at some point. Right, you throw that. That's fine, you telegraph it quite obviously. What? Who's tossing bells? Which one of you is doing that? It's you. The bell tossing enemy. That's who's tossing bells. But you're not even in void mode, are you? You're just a regular version. Surely you would be scared by all these void creatures. Oh no, never mind. You are in void mode. You just didn't seem all that much less colorful than usual. Oh, right. Of course that deals extra damage. Oh, and it consumed my silk. Or actually, I might have consumed my own silk by doing that run away there. Hold on. I don't think I can risk trying to heal here. No! What? I didn't see that at all. Sorry, Pliny. I appear to have failed you. This is an awful bench to be at. What? I mean, it's fine. Really doesn't matter at all, especially since we can just walk back. I just genuinely should have sat at a bench in Shell Land. I don't know why I didn't expect to run into a fight there. Right. Oh, and we are in Shellwood. There we go. So it does warp you to the bench where the Bellway Beast currently is at, not to the closest one. I said that previously. Ah, and well, here we have the answer to why I didn't sit on the bench. It's because it's in the other direction. It's in the opposite direction of where I ran to. That makes sense. All right, well, let's go down there and fight. Would the left path be faster? Probably not. Let's go back there and rescue poor Pliny again. Or, well, for the first time. Ouch. Because the previous attempt certainly failed. We might want to get some silk off of you. Do you not? Oh, I was just gonna say, do you not get consumed by void? And you most certainly do. Okay, but just fighting you doesn't, like, consume my silk, right? It's specifically if I get hit by a void attack, I want to say. Oh my goodness, I still can't believe it. I'm so excited for Rank 3, even though we've been playing it for like over an hour now. 3 is just a very exciting thing to have happen to. Okay. Yeah, you're doing a void attack. I know, I can see it. I don't know why I jumped into it. Very silly move on my part. I should also use my parry. I should certainly... Wow, you almost hit perfectly behind that... foreground object. Stay away from the goop. Just from the scary void goop. Hold on, we should be dead soon. There we go. Let's try using a charge attack, but let's not stay where the enemies are spawning. I don't know why I just sat in there previously. Okay, you are gonna do some hops. I'm pretty sure we defeated you quite easily last time. Oh! That was gonna be a slightly safer pogo than it ended up being. But also it's not like I took damage. Ooh, new entry. It's for the regular version. The void versions don't get separate entries. It's just that like crazy void amalgam that got a new entry. Pilgrim Hulk. A rare built bug within these ailing lands. Most pilgrims' shells seem small by comparison. What nourishment did they discover to grow so large? Rolls at threats with no care for its own discomfort. Yeah, I guess rolling like that would be pretty uncomfortable. Or at least for humans it would be. I guess I don't fully know how bugs work. How they feel about such an activity. Ugh! Look, I'm not sure if the discomfort referred to there was just the inherent discomfort in, like, the discomfort inherent in rolling, or the discomfort that would come from rolling into an enemy. I'm not sure which one they're really talking about there. Hold on, let's throw a tool over there. I did take damage during that toss, though. Is that the void, like, just making that noise for fun? Or, actually, sorry, that's probably Grandmother's Hill. Anyway, is that any reaction to me, like, defeating some void enemies or not? Also, these encounters, like, several of these void encounters seem to be that, like, they're one-time things, like you do them once and then they're gone. So that's also quite interesting. I wonder how many of those are around the world, and, like, do we need to defeat them all? Are we guaranteed to get a chance to fight them all? Or is there a chance that we'll, like, we will save the world before we've found all these encounters? I'm not sure. Also, I'm very curious if, like, if we will change, if we can even change the world back. Or will this be the sort of thing that, like, okay, the very final boss fight you do, that's technically what sets the world to be all good again. But of course, because it's the final boss fight, then you reset back to the bench before. I'm unsure. Right, Pliny, what have you got to say? Well-io, what a fearful fright you've saved poor Pliny from. Such a delight, at longest last, to see that fine needle dance and sing.
That's fine.
These are deadly roads to wander, Pinmaster, especially with the black-soaked threads tearing the lands apart. Your greatest chance for safety lies in Belhart with your fellows. You can protect one another and perhaps in time rebuild.
Oh, yes, of course. 'Twas not Pliny's wish to abandon his dear bell friends, but with the world now ending, I had to come and say one last farewell to my sweet Melatola. Melatola? Is that like a... like tolling a bell? A bell toll? I think that's an intentional incorporation of that word into that name. I should be returning, though, quite rightly. Our town will be needing a pinmaster's fine work, now more than ever.
I'm sure.
How very romantic it would have been had the lost pilgrims struck me
I can't read, apparently.
had the lost pilgrims struck me down beside her grave, to lie together forever as the world crumbles all around.
I don't know what accent I'm trying to do for Pliny. I should just give up.
But fortune has claimed otherwise, and perhaps 'tis best for this humble pinmaster to continue his trade a little longer. These uncertain times will bring much new work, I should think.
I haven't found new oil for you. So that's unfortunate. Stay alert on your journey home, Pinmaster. If you encounter other bugs upon the road, I advise you to avoid them as you are able. Yeah, hold on. I said it's unfortunate that we don't have a new oil for... Sorry, I think I just broke your partner's grave. Whoops. But yeah, I said it's unfortunate that we don't have a new oil, but honestly, I wouldn't want another needle upgrade right now. That might trivialize the fights too much again. Claws, touch, warm whisper. That memory, my treasure. At world's dim end we met. That memory, my treasure. Die and serve. Shining moments, brief external. I do wonder if Melatola was the one who swung the chains, like the rosary flail here, or if Melatola is someone else. Okay, well I could, like, run around here and try to find Chakra, but I don't know if I have any hope that that is actually something I can pull off. I think I might simply run back to Belhart, which should be a fairly quick run through. And maybe Chakra will simply have shown up there already. I also quite like Belhart's soundtrack. Oh, Chakra! Well, speak of the devil! Wow, this one little creature here almost looks like the knight from Hollow Knight. Ouch. Wait, I can't believe it! We have another arena where we fight alongside Chakra. That's awesome! Hello. Chakra, you pit yourself against the black threaded bugs? They are dangerous foes, even for a hardened warrior. I relish such danger, and have little choice besides. These creatures besiege the town within. They are relentless and empowered. It is the void, stretched up into this world and its husks. I know it well, this force, its nature. If it senses soul within, it will drive voracious towards it. As you say, many bugs now huddle within the bells. Nowhere else is safe with this black threat rising. Some luck, at least, that I chose to remain, and can offer my right ring's defense. That's awesome. Chakra seems to be on top of things and has a pretty important duty in defending the village of Belhart, or the town, whatever we call it. I love the rumbling effects that just go throughout the whole world. Chakra, I seek to end this new disaster, for in it I share much blame, but no, I shall need time to complete my task. Yeah, we're just going around doing side quests for fun right now. Don't tell anyone. I ask you hold fast till then. This town and its bugs need a guardian, and I can think of none better. I mean, I guess going to rescue Pliny wasn't exactly wasting time. Very well, hornet-wielding needle. Oh, we're calling me that again. Thank you. A pact made strong. If you are working towards the venom's end, I shall fight with faith renewed. Hell yeah, we're even giving Chakra some more motivation. Seek swift to calm our crying land, hornet-wielding needle, and know that I shall remain here to stand against these husks gone dark. Hold on, you know what I've just realized? Because I think in a Let's Play that I watched, I saw that Chakra showed up in Belhart like way earlier than I found them in Belhart. Like, I don't think they've even entered the Citadel yet, or maybe they've barely entered the Citadel. Anyway, Chakra was already in Belhart. So I think the reason the Chakra called me child-wielding needle again, like, I think that's actually, like, sort of a mistake in the continuity of the game. I thought it was just Chakra not being used to calling me a hornet-wielding needle yet, and I guess that does make sense. But no, I think you're just meant to find Chakra in Belhart way before you complete Chakra's quest with the Master. Huh, so that's interesting. Yeah, I think that's what happened there. It's just that, like, I happened to find Chakra and Bellheart after that. And then, they hadn't updated that line of dialogue to, like, match whether or not you've done the quest yet. Interesting. Alright, Chakra. Let's have a bit of a song. We must hear Chakra singing. Sorry. We're at a different part of the song. My ring's ready for you all. For those too weak. Yeah. This is like one of the 3-ish variations of Chakra's song that we've heard. We might have even heard more. Anyway, this is awesome. It's kind of funny that I gave up on looking for Chakra, or I decided not to bother with it, because I figured it would be unlikely that we'd find her in Shellheart. What? Shellheart? No, Shellwood. And then on my way back to Bellheart, I just happened to find Chakra. Okay, what's this quest here? Wayfarer, Hero's Call. Residents of Bellheart request this. A distressed bug was heard calling for help near the Bellway atop the Great Sandy Steps. Oh, Sons of Karak? Will no one come to the sad wretch's aid? I will do so. I don't know if I'll do so before I head down below, but I will accept the quest for sure. Hunt Dark Hearts. Residents of Bellheart. Ooh, we got a mask for it. Such horror upon the roads. Those black mounds formed of husks and bugs, corrupting everything around. If only someone would cut them down and grant the poor souls their rest. Okay, I think those are the, like, void amalgams. I will gladly hunt those down. Look at that. We got some new quests. That's honestly quite delightful. Also, this is a new soundtrack, isn't it? Like, we might have heard it previously when we were here in Bellheart also, but my point is I don't think just in general this was what played in Bellheart before. Pretty sure this is a custom post-Abyss situation. This is an Act 3 Bellheart soundtrack. The haunting bells in the background, very interesting. Okay, so, should I accept your courier quest? I need to remember. We need to go to Crawl Lake. I'll add like a significant looking marker there. Crawl Lake, we had a summons there. Let's try to do a delivery quest. Hold on. I should sit on a bench, shouldn't I? Whatever. Survivor's Camp supplies. Where is that? Reward 180. I'm just curious what Survivor's Camp even is. A new destination this, and desperate these supplies are asked. Delivering for them escaped from the crumbled camp beside the bone. Those few still living. Oh, so escapees from Bone Bottom. Did they escape from Bone Bottom at the time that it was attacked by the Skull Tyrant, or now that it collapsed? Or both? Well, let's see. Hurting and hungry those few must be. Alright, where on earth are they? Is this timed? Doesn't seem like it. Oh. Wait, this is where the fleas were. How interesting. Wait, I should be able to take a direct path there, shouldn't I? Unless something's been blocked off since then. Interesting. These tunnels are a bit scary, though. Easy to take damage, and since things in here deal double damage. Wait, why was the music like that? It's not usually like this. Is it? I'm pretty sure this is a new theme. Like, of course, the melody, the main idea of it is the same, but it's certainly a different arrangement and rendition and whatever other proper term you would be to use here, and a different emotion to it too. I don't think we've heard this variation before. I'm sorry, but I shan't be sticking around there though. We've got places to go and things to do. I can listen to the soundtrack later on my own, as can you. Let's not get hit immediately. You're not about to get consumed by Void, are you? No, you're instead gonna... Oh, perfect. Does this have spikes? Or like, what did you die from? It does have spikes. And they are these spikes or spiky bells? No, they are spikes. Left. Does left go down? Oh! I was afraid of a bug just like you coming up this pit. Ooh, new entry for you. Winged Firm. Oh, Hornet must have a good comment for this. Huge and soft, a fantastic combination ruined by their haunted aggression. Aggression? I mean, I'm pretty sure this bug's just floating up and down, to be honest. They're not exactly aggressive. Right, we descend slowly and carefully. A big bug couldn't possibly fit in this passage. Okay, what does the marrow look like? I guess we've already run through it partially, but not through this upper section. So it looks like I should be able to just run left for like 2 rooms and then go down and to the right. Let's see. What sort of thing will interrupt these plans and make them impossible? What? Oh! Oh, dang it! I was gonna say, I hear like a shade. This is the noise that you hear when your shade is nearby in Hollow Knight. And then I realized, hold on a minute, I know what that means. Well, I don't want to fight you right now. We'll be back. Well, we'll maybe back. We might be back. We may be back at some point. Hold on. I'll add a marker here. Enemy to fight. Sure, whatever. Now, we did... Dang it! This is bad. We did take 2 hits of damage from that. Slightly scary. And we've now taken another. This isn't exactly ideal. I should certainly be more careful. Uh-oh. Let's try to watch out a bit. I'm pretty sure even those small guys, if they bump into me, they deal double damage now, so... We're going to want to watch out for sure. But I guess we would anyway. Oh, I should have... You know what I should have done? I should have summoned the Bellowy Beast to Bellheart, because now if I warp to Bell... to... Oh! There's no way I managed to avoid taking damage there. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're very close. Don't get hit by rocks. Simply do not. This is not the correct direction. There's a Keelik in the way. We're down here. Hello! I'll have you know some fleas used to station their caravan here. Can I find something behind here now that the fleas are gone? No. Okay, delivery. To whom? To you? Wait, Flick the Fixer, you're alive. Awesome. This is great news.
Ah, miss, of course you'd be one to survive through all this, capable as you seem and all. It's a sad thing, but I can't say most folk down here have fared so fortunate, and our once fine camp below ain't no longer safe for any bug, all crushed and consumed by this black calamity.
I'm sorry, Flick. You worked so hard to fix it up. Is your statue still up? Oh, it probably isn't, right? There's no way the statue is still up. Oh, that's devastating. I should have smashed it, because I might have gotten an achievement. No worries, safe sir, but I am glad you few remain. No, I shall work to fix this as best I'm able. Calming our raging world? That's a lofty goal, miss. I'm not thinking any one bug to be able to stop these happenings, but it is heartening knowing you've still got fire enough to feel different. Rest here with us long as you like. A little company is about the best thing we few are wishing for now.
Eh? What fortune is this? Our wish answered, even in a moment so dark. You've proved quite the savior, miss, and you've certainly earned the appreciation of this whole sorry lot.
Yeah, except I also partially caused this disaster to an extent. You are welcome, sir. For you few, I hope these supplies may aid. Indeed. Survivor's Camp. So this was a new location. It's not a previous location renamed, even though it has people from a previous location.
Oh, and you can't leave in without some reward for your work. Take these beads for labor.
I imagine you're not doing much with them anyway. You need food more than beads.
Rosaries ain't proving much use to us lot anymore. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. But hopefully you, in all your journeying, can still put them to use.
I'm sure. We're actually about to discover new areas, so... we might need to pay for bellways and benches.
Rest here with us long as you like. Mightn't be much time left, but at least we few won't have to face that fate alone.
Hold on a minute. But now it means that if I come to visit you, I won't be hearing Bone Bottom's awesome theme anymore. That's unfortunate. Let's play the needle in. Nothing. I'm guess... Okay, it's from these ones in the background. Okay, how about you though? I imagine you have some more to sing, Flick. Glory? Glory? Dear Farloom. Help us. Right, you're not singing for your own glory, you're singing for Farloom's glory. That's a sort of prayer, I suppose. Wait, why am I climbing manually? There's no need for that. Oh, actually, I guess there is a bit. I want to go defeat that Void Clump. Even though it sounds like in Shellwood, or not Shellwood necessarily, but in Bellheart. Or thereabouts. Nearby Bellheart. We will be hunting down some Void Clumps for a quest anyway, so that might be enough. Enough to fulfill any sort of Hunter's Journal quota that we might have for them. But of course, I don't quite know that. You're not even consumed by Void. That's crazy. How did you manage this? I think you're just too weak. The Void doesn't even care. Yeah, you're also not taken over by Void, actually. That's quite surprising. Because yeah, if you were, you would be dealing double damage to me. There you go. That's what being consumed by Void looks like. Okay, so we had a Void Clump somewhere up here. Oh, which we would certainly like to take care of. Before getting defeated by these little Void enemies. Oh, right, you've already managed to eat enough of my silk. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so it seems like once you get hit by Void, it's sort of a lingering effect. After you get hit by an attack for some short period of time, your silk will drain. That seems to be how it works. It's so, like, it's ingrained within me from Hollow Knight that whenever I hear this noise, I feel like pressure to try to get my Geo back. Because, like, my shade must be nearby. So I feel stressed whenever I'm near these clumps of void. Because I feel like I'm in danger of losing my stuff. But of course I am not. What's this upper room? I mean, I've obviously been here. Is this the one where we fought the flint? No, it isn't. This isn't the one where we fought the flint bug. And rescued that one flea. Yeah, this had rosaries. I think I vaguely even remember this room. Okay, so I could now warp back to Bellheart and do that other delivery quest. I'm sure it might be even more needed now. Where are we? We're in Shellwood. Okay, that's not a terrible location to be, but we will be taking the Bellway Beast to Bellheart. I think I should probably go to Crawl Lake though, and I think it'll be a next stream thing to actually explore that new area below. Which maybe is disappointing for today in the sense that like we didn't actually explore any new areas, but like, I don't know, we did a pretty significant story thing and we've had plenty to explore in these old areas. Getting to see how the world has changed and getting all these new interactions. Dude, there must be something up there. Actually, hold on. Since I am in Bellheart... Oh, Chakra's back. I should go up to where we fought Widow and see if anything's different up there now. Oh, hold on. You had new dialogue. I thought you were just saying that you're out of stock. While this threat remains or something. My cartography may be a simple sort, but I hope that my craft shared has made your travels easier. Indeed. I mean, just the fact that you have that basic outline and then you give us a quill and we can fill it in. And you sold the compass, like, that's huge. Thanks, Chakra. Best keep your visits brief, Hornet-wielding Needle. Without swift action taken, our world's ruin seems certain. If you cannot calm Farloom's tortured throes, then certainly no other bog could face the task. As you say, Chakra, I shall do what I must. Alright. Cool. Awesome. Thanks. Have fun resting, Chakra. Hopefully you get enough chances to do that without having to constantly protect everyone. Oh, I wonder what the 12th Architect would have to say to this whole situation. Are they even still alive? I didn't note down that I should go visit them again. Okay, so this bench is destroyed. I was just curious because like we had that crumbling roof below and I wondered if something might have changed up here. And well, something has changed. The bench doesn't work anymore. But nothing else seems particularly different. Huh. Well, now that I know that the state of the world changes this much, I'm starting to think more and more that you did need to complete all these quests that we completed in order to trigger the Caretaker of Songclave to actually summon you and try to destroy Grandmother Silk. Because, like, I don't know, like, would you be able to do the Silver Bells quest? I guess you could. You are still able to access that upper area and the lower area. So yeah, maybe you didn't need to do those quests, but I imagine some other quests you probably did need to complete. Maybe Chakra's whole mentor quest? Not necessarily, though. Yeah. I'm very curious what triggered the thing unlocking, but why am I running this way? I guess we're going to Crawl Lake, which we could take the Bellway to, but you know what? Why not? We'll run through Greymore for a bit. Oh, actually, Great Yarnaby. What have you got to say? You probably won't even speak to me, because I haven't got a specimen for you, but this isn't where Yarnaby is. Classic mistake. I kept making that mistake even when I just recently checked where Yarnaby actually was. Okay, so we run across here, and nope, still not quite there. Is this the horizontal thing that I need to cross? Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, you are... well, you're dealing double damage because of the void, but also you were perfectly blocking that doorway. I probably could have pogoed on you. That would have kept me sort of safe-ish. Okay, Yarnaby. Any comment on the situation? Lock bell home, call out. No. That's a nice Hornet sound effect.
Gah, who keeps making all that racket out there? Such horrid shaking and screaming. The crucial work is being spoiled. Bzzzt.
Well, Yarnaby did have a comment then. If you have anything else to say, or is this gonna be the same dialogue? I don't think we've heard this Hornet voice line before. Alright, and we're back to the specimen line. There we go. Worth it. Custom dialogue. Custom dialogue get. That's what we're always after in video games. New custom dialogue lines. New dialogue line specific to the situation. Oh, you're not even dealing double damage at the moment. That's crazy. Awfully kind of you to not be infected. I'm gonna drop down to the halfway home. We get to rest on a bench. And then... Hello. I will go to Crawl Lake. I wonder if we'll have a new boss there. I don't know if we can even do anything there. Oh! You're not even infected yet, or void. Oh! I think that's the first time we've seen one of these mites taken over by Void. Interesting. I mentioned previously that we hadn't seen them be Void infected yet. So I guess it's either a random chance, like which enemies get infected by it, or it's like a certain enemy in a certain area is more likely to get infected. I'm not sure. It's probably just random. I love the way the bells jingle as you run past them. It's very fun. Okay, so Crawl Lake. I have arrived. Maybe that door will open now. Hello. I have heeded the summons. Do you have? Was your beak always like that? It looks like it's metal. No, you're a new one. Craw Juror. Screeching Scavenger died black in mourning at their land's collapse. Oh. So you're not actually in Void mode. Like, that's not the Void making you be so dark. Curious. Did I not rest on the bench? No, I think I did. I just didn't... I just didn't watch out on the run here. So I took a lot of damage. Whoops. But your pattern seems quite the same as other enemies. Have you replaced them? If so, I wonder again, if I hadn't gotten the Hunter Journal entry for those other enemies, how might I deal with that situation? Okay, so we've certainly got things changed over here. We've got a new enemy type. What? I can't believe none of those hit you. Like, if only one of those had connected without parrying or being nullified, you would have died and I wouldn't have taken any of that damage. It's fine. We can heal quite easily. Okay, well, who are we looking for here? I placed my marker down below. And we have that door also. So I probably should simply go investigate those. Okay, you take 4 hits. Good to know. I thought you took 3. Alright, well, I did say that I wanted to kind of climb to the top left corner. Well, not kind of. I literally did want to climb. And not kind of to the top left corner, but actually to the top right corner. Top left, sorry. So, connections. Can any connections be made from here? No, I think we got Thread Storm from here. Which is actually very interesting. Because I've had Thread Storm for so long, I've thought of it as like one of my base abilities, almost. Like an ability that we got very early on, but I'm pretty sure Board Guy, even though they have reached the Citadel, I don't think they have this yet. Like, they've done several, they have, what, like 2 of the 3 melodies in the Citadel, and they haven't found Thread Storm, because I'm pretty sure they, like, in their map, they hadn't been here. Huh. Curious. Very interesting. Okay, no shortcut. I'm really surprised. Well, I was surprised about this before, because it really seems like you should be able to connect this to 6, but I guess it is not so. That is not the case. Hello. You're not even Void infected. That means you're easy to defeat. Alright, well. It's either the central room that's important, or it's... What? Sounded like a hatch just opened. Have I been here? No. This was the door then. It must have been. Unless... Hold on. Let's just see. I am, of course, going to explore that, but I just wanted to see... Okay, that was the door. I didn't remember if the door was below or not. Well, in that case, I imagine this marker that I placed doesn't matter too much. This is a new area that I don't have the map for. I guess we do get to explore a bit of a new area. Look how black and white everything is. Very monochrome looking. I guess Greymore was already looking like that, but this has more of a dark black theme to it. Green Prince! With a remnant of one of the clockwork dancers. Hello.
Warrior, I heard your approach. Why do you come? Surely you have no desire to see these long collapsed caves.
The way was open, sir. I merely followed the path through. Oh, so this might have been open even before we entered Act 3. It might be that Green Prince's quest triggered this to open. Am I correct to guess you were once a resident of these borderlands? Oh, hey, and this also makes sense, because I did say that like right part of the map seemed like it is empty and might feature more areas. Looks like that is the case.
Aye, and glorious they were in their time. Farloom's end approaches, but my caves, these caves, fell to fate long before. Of that fair land I am the last, now to remain till the end, and remember the splendor that was. No more talk, warrior. Permit me this final moment of memorial.
As you wish, sir. I shall disturb you no longer. Oh, they don't even give us the option to. I was going to listen. I wasn't going to talk to them again. How about a song? Does that count as disturbing you? Together, perfect. Together we danced. Yes, it almost sounds like I was a bit confused exactly what had happened when we met Green Prince at the Clockwork Dancers fight, or well, after it, ages after it, but at that arena. And I wasn't quite sure what they were saying, as in, like, I sort of got the gist of it, and then afterwards I wished I could read the dialogue again. And something that I didn't appreciate, I think, is that the prince was talking about, like, their partner who is now dead, and after whom the Clockwork Dancers were inspired. In at least some sort of twisted way. But I think it's that both of the dancers were inspired by both Green Prince and their partner. Like, the way they dance together is how the prince and their partner used to dance together. And this here, is this a remnant of one of the dancers? Or is this, like, the actual corpse of their partner? Or was their partner actually somehow bound into the dancers? I really would like to hear that dialogue again. That is a very sneaky secret, I have to say. I mean, I guess it's not that sneaky in the sense that, like, this crevice is suspicious. But it's, you know, it's an obvious secret in the sense that, well, if you've played a lot of Hollow Knight and found a lot of secrets in Hollow Knight, then it's a somewhat obvious secret. But it's not a wall that's visibly cracked. You just have to, like, try to hit it, and then you have to realize, what? You can sit on a different part of the ceiling than you were sitting on initially? What is this sorceress technology? Incredible! You can't get me with a silly rock from the ceiling. I've been dodging Hollow Knight's stalactites for ages. Stalactites, I mean. I think that's where the emphasis is in that word. So this is just a whole new area. It's so funny that we just... Barrow? They're just waiting down there at that diving bell, and I'm going on a freaking adventure to Green Prince's homeland. That's hilarious. Yeah, I do wonder if you could have come here before Act 3, and if then things would have looked somewhat different here. I'm not sure, because the Green Prince obviously did have dialogue specific to Act 3. But maybe, given that it's Green Prince who opens the path here, maybe we could have come here in Act 2 already. I didn't come here and check this door, because I didn't, well, think that it would be important. I didn't know that I had changed anything that would affect this Verdania map. So this apparently is Verdania. Wasn't Verdania mentioned up here in Memoriam? I think so. In Memoriam. In the area called Memoriam. Like, I think Verdania was one of the 3 areas that this was meant to replicate, wasn't it? Either that or I've just seen that word elsewhere. But, okay, wait, so what does the Verdania map actually look like? Is this all of Verdania? Pretty small area, then. It might not be a massive place to explore. Which I'm totally fine with. And I think that is where we'll be ending this stream. We technically have one more delivery quest to do in Belheart. But that's at least not leading us to a new location. Though it is... Well, though we haven't done that delivery quest. We haven't delivered to Fleetopia before. So maybe we should go do that. That is a fair bit longer of a journey than taking it to... What was this place? Oh, we don't have a name for it. I mean, we knew it had a name, but it's not been added to the map. Whatever. Certainly a longer journey. All the way to the Putrefied Ducts. But we might undertake that as the first thing next stream, and then we will go see Ballo. Ballo? Whatever their name is. Very exciting. I'm so glad that I actually managed to find Act 3. I mean, the game really guided us towards it. I guess me doing side quests was perhaps exactly the right thing to do. I was not just meandering about looking, completing random side quests. The random side quests were the point, which is awesome. That's good. I didn't waste time these other streams. I mean, it wasn't wasted time anyway, because I wanted to 100% things anyway. However, it's pretty neat that it seems to have also been what helped us work towards the main goal. And getting further endings. And yeah, Act 3 has been very exciting. I do wish... I'm curious how I would have felt when the Act 3 was... Like, when we actually entered Act 3. How I would have felt about it if I hadn't had, like, 3 different reasons to think that Act 3 was going to happen anyway. And I guess one of them I would have had without any outside information. One of them would have been just the fact that, like, Act 2 sort of felt like it wouldn't be the end. Like, it didn't feel final or conclusive at all so far. Because we were just kind of meandering about after the sort of inconclusive ending. And, of course, the stories in general tend to have 3 acts or 5 acts. But certainly, like, 2 is rare. I guess maybe some sort of theatrical shows might have 2 acts, but in general, you think of 3 acts or more. So just leaving it at 2 would have felt awkward. But yeah, the other 2 reasons were, of course, that I had seen people mention Act 3, and I hadn't read any more about it, but I had seen people mention Act 3. I had seen the words act, well, I had seen the word act and the number 3 next to each other a lot in relation to Silksong. So I just felt like, unless they're all just calling like a certain section of the game Act 3, like maybe they just, you know, for all I knew, they could have been referring to the stuff that you do after that first ending while still being in Act 2. They could have been referring to that as Act 3, I don't know. But in any case, we have finally found a clear separation point, Act 3. Didn't I have another reason? Oh yeah, I guess the soundtrack. The soundtrack of the game seemed to indicate there's just... well, there were several unfamiliar track names, and there seemed to be a large enough chunk of that it could make up a whole act. And well, there we go. Here we are in Act 3. It certainly has had some custom music tracks so far. Wow. I'm very excited to, well, first of all, play more of Act 3, and then once we're done with that, I'm excited to see other people's reactions to it. And I hope mine own was also entertaining to watch, if anyone ends up watching this at some point. But that's gonna be it for Silksong today. Wow, I'm just thrilled. Act 3 exists. Oh right, Stream Deck doesn't work. Incredible. Let's press stop streaming manually with a mouse click then. Goodbye.